Another veteran versus a rising young talent. Well done, gets into the pocket. Flames are shooting at the back. Big angle, he turns it up, man. These guys are going for it. That final inside clip. Lurking in the smoke, well done. Round of applause.
Welcome back here to Indianapolis Raceway Park. Indy, you know what goes down here. Indy 500, multiple different teams here, from drag racing, road racing, obviously open wheel, all of it, and now drifting has entered the conversation. Drift Indy's been going on here for numerous years, but we're talking about Formula Drift, the premier international drifting sanction body, sliding into Midwest Mayhem. That's right, baby. We have qualifying going down today. Earlier we saw the Link Engine Management Pro Spec Championship. They have seating brackets, and now the drivers asked for it. Five-time champion said it at the banquet, says bring qualifying back. Well, guess what? Here it is. It's got a bow on it, and you guys have to open the package or the present, or is it going to be a Field of Dreams or a Field of Nightmares here at this track? Super stoked to have Jacob Gettens up here in the booth, host of the Outer Zone podcast. I am Jared Deenda. We'll be your tour guides throughout today's action and going into Saturday's main event. That's game day, round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. As we have, again, round 3 of the Link Engine Management. That's going down tomorrow, but Saturday is game day, round 5. But it begins here for these drivers. So, again, format, qualifying, it's 2 runs, non-consecutive.
Yeah. I mean, back to what everybody wanted. A little bit different. Obviously, we've got the Race Data Labs, the Wally system now, which is going to handle a vast majority of it when it comes. It's going to handle all the line and the angle, and then the human judge is still in for style. So I think a good mix of the two.
It's an absolute great progression of it. Michael's not here with us, but Will the Thrill is with us. But let's take a look back at our season recap here, and kicked off in Long Beach. And Mr. Shanahan, the younger one, Connor Shanahan, gets the top spot with Frederick Osbo in the middle. It's a Shanahan sandwich with little Norwegian meat in the middle. Talking about Freddie Osbo, the 3-time champion. Then we went on to Atlanta.
Yeah, an absolutely insane event where we saw the boss man himself come back, Von Gittin Jr., going all the way to the finals with his other RTR driver, and that of James Dean, in a wild event that just him flying through the gravel, getting back in the battle was nuts. But ultimately, Von takes the win. I mean, he loves this track, and this track loves him, and just a beautiful night.
It was. All right, then we made our way to Orlando. Sweaty, wetty, and it was wetty because we saw some rain. We saw it all, but we saw some great driving there. Odie Bakshi's, the man to beat, one of the best chase drivers, unarguably, in the biz. He gets the win in a brand new vehicle, the Subaru BRZ, still running the field suspension that he is captain of, but again, debuting a new car, and it's like he's been driving it like a veteran. And then we went to a new track, Stafford, Connecticut. Again, top 3 event ever in my eyes.
Yeah, we felt it the moment we walked in. There was something about that track, that facility. Buildings have souls, and that one had a great one, and an incredible way to wrap things up. James and Jack going at it, neighbors from just down the street. Just, two gentlemen from Ireland going at it in Connecticut. What a fantastic.
And then it ends up being the younger brother, Jack, Connor joining them. So an all-Irish podium in Formula Drift, never been done before. That's taking a look at the schedule as well as our previous winners we just spoke about. So IRP, here we are, Evergreen Speedway. Love that venue, love the fans. And that was another contribution to Stafford, is the fans were so grateful, so thankful. They have that same vibe, so up there in Seattle. So again, who will survive the mayhem we have already seen? We've seen collisions, we've seen accidents, but this wall has been menacing. I mean, I feel like this place has got teeth on it, man. It is just absolutely just diving into so many different drivers, and here we are getting ready for qualifying, and there's a vehicle down there on the wall. Jeff Jones. So Double J, Jeff Jones, after coming back, he sat out at round 4, broke his thumb in Orlando, didn't know it, went home, still drove on it.
Yeah, I know.
And then he got pins in it. I saw him. We went sailing, by the way.
Oh, no way.
Chris Forsberg, Jeff Jones, and his wife, and we had a great time. But he was all casted up, man. So he's enduring coming back from a broken thumb. We'll see if the broken car equates the broken thumb. But again, as we say, this thing has teeth. This is what happened earlier in practice. Bingo bongo.
Yeah, big hit there, and I mean a lot of things going on online about this incident. But regardless, both drivers are okay, and that's the big thing. We saw Adam going out and testing earlier on. Looks like, knock on wood, car's all good to go. And the carnage wasn't just in pro; it's also in pro spec. We saw a lot. It's funny, we call it Midwest Mayhem without knowing what this is going to be like, and maybe we've just put it into fruition.
It's a little Freudian slip there,
Yeah.
but Duncan came out on top. He had a buy run to win. It was a little difficult at times, to be honest. We were tap dancing, trying to buy some time. It was going here and there and everywhere. So it was an interesting event. They're gonna need to tighten it up, boys. I'm telling you, pro spec. Yes, it's a new track. Yes, you're on your specific size tire of GT Radial, but we know what you're capable of, and it needs to go down tomorrow for round 3 of the Pro Spec Championship. Shout out to FD, the track itself, paving some areas that allocated this layout. Now, again, the wall has become quite a bit of a conversation. We initially had it as all outer zones. We've called it audible, working with the Formula Drift liaisons, the drivers, the Formula Drift staff, and we have now created that inside clip, and we'll get to that in a moment as we do a track walkthrough. But outside zone 2 has basically now zone 1. Zone 2 is now an inside clip.
Yeah, it brings the drivers in closer and away from that wall and from that section. So just a lot of conversation with all the drivers about what they wanted to do. Ran it as more or less a demo version in Pro Spec, and that's the way that things are sticking. So yeah, definitely a bit of a change up there. But 7 zones, it's a lot of track. It's a lot of track.
4 transitions in total,
which is fantastic. The drivers, we saw it work really well in Connecticut. We've got a lot of tracks that are like that. Atlanta's like that with a lot of transitions. So why not? It's a big old snake, and I've really enjoyed watching everyone progress in practice.
And I think that's how it's going to happen. And it is a new track, but these are the current standings coming into this round. This is pre-qualifying, obviously. So James Dean leads the pack. Odie Box, Brandon Sorensen, and the Shanahan Bros.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. This is. If you would have told me halfway through the season this is what we'd see, no offense to the drivers, would not expect this. James Dean, of course, but look at the dozer, Dylan Hughes, #1 qualifier, I might add.
Yeah.
I failed to mention it, so I apologize to Dylan, but #1 qualifier and Stafford, Frederick Osbo, Ryan Turk, he's bidding adieu. We'll get to that a little bit throughout the story. Cole Richards, the rookie, sitting at 10th. Fonkin Jr., Matt Field, Ben Hobson, Dan Burkett, Simon Olsen. Hobson, want to see him succeed. Adam LZ, we talked about him banging some doors and banging some walls. Gucci, Arturo Masayama, Trenton Beecham, Diego Higa, Stuckey Buchanan. You see the names.
Yeah, all rocking through. It's a really interesting top 10, to be honest. I'm stoked about it. It's nice to see the shakeup. It's really nice to see Brandon Sorensen getting up to that spot. I mean, I feel like it's maybe not a long time coming, but it feels like he's due. Odie Bakshi's really so deserving of a championship, just never had that opportunity, never had the season really come to fruition. And maybe now with the new chassis, everything else just starting to work together.
Right.
I think it's really coming together for him.
Well, 32 spots to fill, and how many drivers do we have? Because
I think
we know
29.
So Higa's okay. So we're going to get quite a few buys.
Yeah, there's a few drivers not able to make it out. Simon Olsen, unfortunately, getting a really bad stomach bug. I did talk to him.
Did he have the lettuce?
No. I think
I'm not making light of it. Is he okay, though?
Yeah, it just getting on a plane is not a great idea.
Got it.
So,
Copy that.
yeah.
So Simon Olsen, Diego Higa, Hiroya Manoa, he's still competing in WRC 3.
Yep.
Federico Sharifo.
I have not seen him here, so I don't have any official word. Fede, if you're watching, shoot me a text. Let me know what's up, buddy. But that's what we're rocking with right now. But there'll be a couple of buys. So to me,
also Von Gittin Jr.
Von Gittin Jr. Yeah, good point. I forgot to cross him off.
So
yeah,
29. 34 minus 5, so 29.
Yeah, I think it just means that your top qualifying is that much more important because it basically guarantees you an extra 10 points moving into the next section.
Yeah, we saw that in previous rounds. I think it's definitely a bonus gift to get that buy run going in. It's not any fault of anybody. It's just where we're at. And,
yeah.
You're looking at pro spec. Some drivers want to go to pro. I mean, look, there's conversation. We knocked pro spec down to 16. I think I mean just open the dialogue here. You know, I think just overall, just with a track like this, it's really showing the capabilities or just the level of driving, how it's progressed, where they're at. Can they come into a venue like this and look sharp and look crisp? You know, so anyways,
Yeah.
I think in regards to pro, I'm excited to see what's going to go down. So let's take a look at how qualifying works, because Race Data Labs, RDL, the Wally we lovingly call it, it's affixed to the top of the roof. Telemetry, the refinement gets better and better. This is a step in the future of drifting and judging.
A driver's qualifying score is made up of 3 categories: line, worth 40 points, angle, worth 40 points, and style, worth 20. Let's break down each one. Line is equal to 40 total points. This is judged by fill rate of each driver in each zone, and that is notated by percentage and then converted into a points total. If there are 4 zones, each zone is worth 10 points, unless otherwise noted. An inside zone is measured by the proximity of the front tire to the inner part of each painted box. An outside zone is measured by the proximity of the back bumper to the wall, and when a wall doesn't exist, it is measured by the proximity of the rear wheels to the outside of that zone. Now let's talk about angle. Angle is measured in average angle, and that is taken from the starting point of the run and ends near the finish line. These are both marked by lines on the course. Average angle means the driver who holds the biggest angle for the longest period of time and does the quickest and snappiest transitions will be rewarded the most. The standard for angle is generated by the drivers themselves and considers the exact driving that was done all the way up until qualifying. Finally, let's get into style. Style is the only category judged by Formula Drift judges and is worth 20 points. This category evaluates elements that aren't captured by telemetry, including commitment, fluidity, transitions, vehicle control, and overall execution. Judges also consider mistakes such as bobbles, unnecessary corrections, overuse of the left foot brake or handbrake, and other factors that affect the quality of the run altogether. Line, angle, and style create the complete Formula Drift qualifying score, combining objective telemetry data with expert human evaluation to determine who advances to competition day.
All right, well, there is how it breaks down, and it's a lot to ingest.
It is, yeah.
So we're going to educate you throughout it for those that are new to this technology, and some people are a little hesitant on it, but I think it is such a good compliment. And where it's grown from, I would even say just a year and a half, even from the beginning of this year, they're adding different elements to it. So again, shout out to that team. I praise Ryan Sage, president of Formula Drift, taking a step in advancing just the clarity. Right, that's really what it's all about, is bringing clarity to it. It still has the spirit and the essence of it, but the clarity, I think, is really special.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Taking a look at our Flip Fantasy, vote for your favorite car, your favorite driver, and look at Ben Hobson with a 25.2. That's sweet, yeah, and even higher than Adam LZ. So again, loving the car, loving the vibes, loving the people, and again, yeah, Cole Richards. So you can see the percentage there for those 5 respective drivers. But go ahead, enter the Flip Fantasy conversation.
I like that. I like Ben's up there. Another driver that's just like on that verge of really having that breakout. Great event, last round. I mean, hopefully he carries that momentum. He's another driver that's just due. Just a crazy couple years for him, but it's finally, you can start to see the light coming through, and it's just awesome.
On any given Saturday, man. On any given Saturday, you could rise to the occasion. We've seen some great driving throughout the season, as you could see the cornfields just off in the distance, and downtown Indy as the sun is setting here. It's definitely getting more pleasant. It was hot. It was
warm,
yeah. I was up top. There's a spotter's tower up top of the race stands and our suites, and it's definitely warm up there, but it's really, really cool. So again, there is that menacing wall. The wall with teeth is definitely gonna, it's gonna take a bite.
yeah, it is. It's and it's a tough track. I think a lot of drivers have put in a lot of work in the sim to try and get it perfect, but there's so many real world elements, like how the track develops, how the grip comes in, as you said, the weather. The hotter that track gets, the slipperier it's going to be. So there's all these different things that sim's great, but there's always the variables that it just hasn't accounted for yet.
Interesting enough, we're looking at RCP going first. He failed to qualify in Connecticut, excuse me. And I was going to say Stratford, but Stafford. But Stafford, Connecticut. So here he is. He's going to be our first pony out the gate with the BMW, the Garagistic. Carson Ruger, his spotter, actually, and his he's campaigning the Garagistic BMW in Prospect. So he's looking to catch some of that good luck and going his way and just lock it in and get in. Well, good thing for him is get a score on the board, you're in. You're in the, what would be a 32, but down to a 29.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and sometimes that extra bit of pressure of knowing all I got to do is put down that run can play with drivers too. We've seen it happen where you're like, all you got to do is just get out there. But you get into a weird mental space that way where, maybe pulling away from how competitive you normally are, that little bit of relaxation.
If you dial it back a little bit, ends up haunting
It's happened. It's
get lazy.
Yeah. What is it? Complacency breeds contempt or something like that. But yeah, it's just you got to go out and run your qualifying right now, put down a solid lap, and then the upside with this too is it might push drivers to throw something crazy into their second run. That's what I'm expecting. So first runs I expect generally safe. Could be wrong. Second ones, that's where the heater comes in.
We're about to begin qualifying, making history here. The first time ever Formula Drift in Indianapolis Raceway Park. Round 5 of the World Pro Championship, RCP, Rope Charpentier, a little left foot brake. You see that right, throwing a little bit of smoke off that front right tire. Now going in past the wall with teeth, and then now into the S's. And now transitioning, watch this elevation change, goes back up the bank, goes to the outside zone, a little hit and quit. So you can see the chevron there, the yellow and black. It's a hit and quit it, just like the finish line. Yeah, I like that. He's his own biggest fan. That's all right. And especially just given, Connecticut, that was definitely a boost of confidence. So again, we'll walk you through the zones if you don't mind.
Yeah, so first outside zone there, you can see Rome just catching a little bit of the wall, bounces him back out. Now he gets back into it.
Good execution.
Yeah, really good job saving the car there. Rotates back around for our second outside zone. More left foot brake into our third. And then nice little transition. Yeah, I mean, this is actually looking pretty good. I think the first outside zone is going to haunt him a bit on the point side of things. But the rest actually really not all that bad.
It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, he ticked the boxes. And it's funny, interesting enough, Rome asked about exceeding. Are you going to see point deductions? And we have graphics that we're going to showcase.
Oh, wow. That's not good, though.
Ooh, that is not garagistic.
No.
That is not.
I'm hoping that's just steam. Like, it's hard to tell from here. It's looking a little blue, which is not a great sign. Now, the upside is they do have all day, potentially tonight and tomorrow, to figure out, to source it. So
seems oddly calm.
I don't think he knows how to freak out. Have you ever seen him lose his cool? Like, ever?
I'm gonna say yeah.
And like this season alone has been so taxing and so trying for him. Just take that last round, not qualifying. Carson's car gets into a bad wreck. Yep. They have to tear out an entire cage and rebuild it, which is not an easy thing to do. And they do it, and the logistics of vehicles being broken down. He had 2 trailers in different spots and 3 trucks in different spots. But yeah, Rome okay, we'll do it. So, not that that's a great situation, but yeah.
And there it is. So line, angle, style. So again, we talk about the 40, 40, 20. So line and angle are judged by our Race Data Labs telemetry called Wally. The unit's called Wally, and style is then judged by the judges. Our judges judging this round are Reese Marin, Brian Egger, Robin Ishida. Vernon is in the building. So 75 there for RCP Rome Charpentier.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad to get things
Next
kicked off.
Nate Chen, Nathaniel Chen. Chen out of Chen. Let's see what he's got for us. Let's see if we can get 20 out of 20 in style. Again, 40, 40, 20. We'll throw some of that telemetry up, and that really comes into play in head-to-head on Saturday night. We got some great graphics. Thank you again. Here we go. Nate Chen from VA. Aggressive initiation. Comes out a little bit, but then gets back on it. Again, everybody using that left foot brake. Oh, boy. Yep, that was a little puckering up there. I just grabbed on your arm and squeezed a little hard, man. Holy cow. Never let go, Chen. Never let go. Don't sink that ship there, brother. Goes into the outside zone. He is just unhinged right now. He's making me nervous, dude. Keep it off the wall, comes unwound across the finish line. No big deal. Let's get that truth serum. Seeing different angles here, but again, tap that left foot brake.
Yeah.
Toward approaching that inside clip and almost smoked it.
Yeah, with the bank setup right now, it's interesting because you really just get on throttle and find the grip and the momentum, and then you're back off again. So for Nate, it took him a minute to really do that. There is our zone scoring going on there, and you can see the actual points now that you're going to get. So gone was the kind of version 1 that we had, where you had the entire percentage that turned into points. This is just your raw point score coming up, so it should be a little bit easier to understand. The bottom left is your average angle, your average throughout that, and then your angle score and your line score are next to that. So it's really going to be those 2 on the right, those two bottom scores, the 34.9, the 25.6, that are going to be your actual points for your run, and then your judging score is the average of the three.
Love it. Thank you for breaking that down.
No worries. I can do it again if you want.
I think we will. So again, there's that 34.9. That's darn near perfect. I mean, obviously 40 available, 25 out of 40 on line. So you can see him absolutely escaping, or the clipping point escaping him, the inside zone or inside clip. As dude, I don't know how he is driving. Tommy Lemaire saw his arm in a sling in the driver's meeting. He said somebody tried to backflip him, missed his thing, boom, and like basically like his arm broke. Yeah, dude. Like, yeah.
But he's done like hyperbolic chamber. He's done like anything he can find to get this back up and running, to have this arm operational. He's done it. So just props for even
say badass.
No, you did it.
Tommy Lemaire. Oh, I meant it in French, but TLO, Tommy Lemaire. Let's see what you got, buddy. He's always a showman. This XPN Corvette. Again, a lot of drivers going, just have to back off, but let's bring it on in, coast and drift right into that inside clip. He does that now through the S's. Good flick into that outside zone. Now you can see that other outside zone now coming up to the hit it and quit it. The chevron's on the wall. The windows to the wall. So now coming to that last outside touch and go.
Whoa, saved it.
So again, you see the checkered flag finish line. That's a traditional race one.
Yeah.
There is a white line. You can barely see it just because so much rubber's been laid down over it. But it is just past that last outside clip. So it's right there. It's probably just another, what'd you say, 20 feet?
Yeah, about that. I'll see if I can pop it up for you as we get into this. So Tommy Lemaire struggling a little bit through the first outside zone. Does a good job catching this inside line, though, and getting zone 2. And then as we get into zone 3, everything looking pretty good here. A lot of the low camera angles really show how dynamic this track is. There are multiple surfaces. There's actually a fair bit of bumps in this track as well. But yeah, that was the line right there. You called that. And it is a handful of a track for sure. This is really pushing the drivers, and I like it. I do like it. I think the more they have to work, the more they have to adapt. To me, it just makes them better drivers.
I think the elements that are coming to play here is smoke, the smoke signal, and smoke trail tomorrow. We're going to see some lights. That's going to get thick. But an 81.7 there for TLO. Look at that, 31.3, 38.4, and the judges gave him 12 out of 20. So now number 1 qualifying here in K&N qualifying, the official filtering life, baby. K&N, the official air filter of Formula Drift. Connor O'Sullivan from Connecticut. Let's see what he's got. He had a bunch of family out there in Stafford, so looking forward to this U.S. Army BMW. Let's see what he's got for us. This is his pro spec vehicle, so he's back to his previous build, so he's really going to kind of push. He did build a new vehicle halfway through, or just debuting this season, but right now it looks like the pro spec car. So did exceed that. That'll be a deduction according to Wally as far as line goes. Great angle there coming off the bank. Now we enter the conversation, backing that thing in. You see that rear fender just bouncing right back with the GT Radio logo on the corner. So Connor O'Sullivan pushing really hard there, talking to a spotter earlier, and he says, yeah, man, I'm looking for him to just really throw down, because it is a pro spec car.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of history in this car, a lot of comfortability in it. He's done phenomenal things in his pro spec run, so maybe that's it, just a little bit of a switch up. I mean, his season's not gone the way that he would have hoped, sitting in 30th overall. It's not a great spot. So, just a bit of a shake-up. Try something different and see how it works out. And, I mean, so far, taking a look at this point score, angle 35.2, line 30.4, it's not too bad. And this is what you see out of the Wally system. This is what Wally sees and how it all operates. Those white boxes are the scoring zones. The red boxes are a deduction. So getting all the way out to that line to the edge of the track is what we're looking for. And if you're putting too much of the car into the red part of it, you're going to see a deduction come out of it.
The good thing the red is on the other side of the wall for those last outside touch and goes.
If you're hitting that deduction, you've got bigger problems.
Yeah, you got major issues.
Yeah.
You just glitch and go through the wall.
It's not a good day.
Not a good day at all. So,
no.
And all these fenders, how they're making them, they're pretty durable. So a good job by O'Sully, 75.2. So leaving some room on the table in our human judge's eyes, 9.6 out of 20. But good.
Judges can correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like if you're getting through the run, you're going to be kind of around a 10. If you're making mistakes, it's going to go down. If you start doing some cool stuff, it's going to go up.
So, got the thumbs up.
I got thumbs up. I got a lot of thumbs up, so got something right today.
All right, let's go. Rudy Hansen. Let's see what we got from Rudy. Pocatello, Idaho zone. Smooth through that outside zone. Doesn't get all the way up there, but good fluidity. Quick little correction there. You saw that that wasn't exactly the most fluid transition going from the inside clip to the outside zone. Now he pours the throttle back on. Look at that angle there. Massive, those neon wheels standing out and showing you just how much angle he's got coming through that finish line.
Yeah, big angle over the finish line. I think it's important too, when we talk about the scoring of angle, it is the average over the whole run. So just throwing one section, just one big section of angle, you might pick up like 0.01 of a point. So every point counts, don't get me wrong, but there's no like cheat code here of like, oh, I'm just gonna back it in at the finish line and hope for the best. So yeah, zone 2 looks really good there, picking up almost maximum points. For Rudy, first zone, I mean, that's a bit of a struggle there. It's a big chunk of zone, but he kind of comes in and out of it quite a lot. So, gonna be points on the board for him, but definitely want to move up and try and find a better spot in top 32. That's for sure.
All right, Rudy Hansen expediting the course, ripping on through.
I just noticed too, we did not get to Jeff Jones, so he would have skipped. He was in the wall earlier. So he would have skipped that run, and Rudy was the one who came up. So
okay, yeah,
not great.
Well,
he's got time.
Yeah, and again, when we started the show, Jeff was down there on the wall. He does have time. Just get a run, get the car together enough to get a run, and get a qualifying run.
Yeah.
Looks like in the burnout box we have Jonathan Castro, the Metal Dom Toyota GR86 driver, coming us from DR. Dominican Republic.
Looked very relaxed today.
Did he?
Yeah, he had his sandals on. He was just hanging out.
Wow.
Yeah. So he just, I saw him like catching lunch. Like, you good? He's like, never better. I'm like, all right. Like weekend's going well. Yeah. Just as chill as he's ever gonna be.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes. And. Okay,
We're just waiting on scores to pop up.
Yeah, waiting on scores to pop up, and Castro is on the line, but. Thinking about Castro and how chill he is, that's like James Dean. You know, like I said, when you are feeling it, you're having the most fun, you're chilling, and you're winning, that is a dangerous combination. So Castro, you know, I think everybody has the equal opportunity because it's a new track. So there's no data, there's nothing to go off of. You know, you look at some of the tracks like, of course, Atlanta, now Long Beach, Seattle. You know, with the introduction of 3 new tracks this year, a lot of opportunity for these drivers to step up. So 64.93 for Rudy Hansen. You see 24, 30, and 9. Just 64.93.
Yeah, anytime a driver's relaxed and having fun, they're super dangerous.
Right.
Because it's like, just there's nothing that's going to stop them. They're not in their head. They're just going to go out and enjoy drifting.
It's like free riding when you snowboard, right? You're not like not trying to shred the Gunnar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to just like be in the pocket, dude. Just vibe. So right now, Jonathan Castro be vibing right now. All right, so throws it down. It's like a lot of left foot brake, but he massaged the end of that inside clip. So again, executing that line. Oh, he gripped up so much, so he almost got nervous. This is like dialing it back too much, and then just missed that flow state going from 2 to 3. And the car's got some grip.
We're down on power, one of the two.
Yeah.
Because he's working that car a lot. And I heard a couple big clutch kicks in there. So it's going to be one of those two things. He's either got too much grip for the power or not enough power for the grip. He's not making a ton of smoke. Yep. This to me feels like a car that's hurting. Barely able to transition off. He definitely went 2 wheels. Might have even gone 3 through there. Might have to take another look at that, but you can even hear it. Yeah, I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself, but some doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it seems like, I don't know if
See what I mean? Like, he's having to like handbrake to clutch kick just to get that car to come back around. So, right there, another big clutch kick. Yeah.
Banging on it.
In most occasions, I'm willing to accept the car is having an issue over a driver having a run like that. There we go. Popcorn on the go. I didn't get any popcorn today, which is shocking for me.
There we go. We got Matt Field fans in the building. This guy, save some popcorn for us. Bring some up to Jacob. Bring some to Jacob. He needs some popcorn. Yeah, big popcorn guy over here.
Big popcorn.
Outside of the butterballs.
Right.
All right, 58.03, so lacking there. Lacking a little bit, but the good thing is Castro, well, we've been partying here. Here is our qualifying results thus far. TLO, Tommy Lemaire with the broken wing. Can't hold him down, man. When we come back, we continue with qualifying, brought to you by K&N, the official air filter of Formula Drift. This is round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. This is qualifying going down here in Indianapolis Raceway Park. We've seen a few drivers. We got plenty of mayhem here what we call Midwest Mayhem.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts.
All right, welcome back. What a beautiful sunset here in the Midwest. Some people say Midwest is the best, and my wife, she spent a lot of time here. I haven't spent a lot of time here in the Midwest. I was in Detroit 2 weekends in a row, Minnesota, Michigan. I mean, dude, I got a lot of friends and family in the Midwest.
Midwest is great.
It is good.
It's good.
You can have your humidity, though.
Yeah.
I'm out on that.
No, it's not your thing?
I'm out.
Fair.
I'm out.
Fair.
I don't need a shower for a shower and a shower, you know.
Yeah, I got you. Nothing like breathing mashed potatoes when you come out of your house.
What?
It's just how thick the air is.
Potatoes.
No, that's the
I've
first
never heard that.
Nice.
That's a good descriptor.
Yeah.
You're all,
Yeah, that's what it feels like some days. Oh.
Oh, man. All right, the Drift Wizard poking up, peeking out. Let's see if he puts it out. All right, so we got Andy Haley. You know him, you love him. There's a lot of Drift Wizards supporting him and cheering him on. See what kind of sorcery he's got for rather than Dean Habanero back in the day. But,
I don't remember that. You called it habanero?
yeah, it's Habanero.
Really?
It's a spicy number.
I did not know that. I'm shocked I didn't know that. I do kind of miss the old E30. It's like it wasn't.
It just never worked.
It wasn't a great car.
I love the car. I remember seeing
car.
it at SEMA, and I was like, "Yo, this thing slaps."
It's
and
sick.
then it hit the course, and I'm like, ooh, "It's just not." It just. I mean, I love Andy, great dude, but yeah, it just never.
It was
worked.
never competitive. Great car though, like
Well,
visually.
I'm a sucker for E30s.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, big square box flares, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. Talking about. I love that pop-ups are cool when they're like weren't when they were out, but
Yeah.
pop-up headlights. But then we're talking square headlight, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about not being square. Let's go throw it down. Here we go. Andy Haley, Drift Wizard, consistent, good fluidity. Let's bring it up. Pulls that handbrake, little left foot brake, brings it in. Middle of the line, doesn't exactly nail the inside clip, but refines it now and brings it on in. You can see the car's attitude, little porpoising. Okay. That second to last clip. And now the last one. Boy, Andy Haley. So it seems like we found a sweet spot in the latter portion of it, but looked good.
Yeah, it took him a minute, but
Yep.
kind of found that pace a little bit later on in the run. First part seemed a little janky from times, but it once again, it kind of took him a minute to really get comfortable in what that is. And I think part of this too is that the first practice that these drivers went out with, as much as it was kind of marred with accidents, they learned that outside line, and then they only received, I think, about an hour during the warm-up to then now learn this other line. And admittedly, they're not that far apart. It's decelling a little bit sooner to kind of grab that inside. There's some other parts of it. I'm sure drivers are sitting there going, it's way more complicated than that. But you have to remember they've really only had about an hour of practice on this particular line and setup. So I think a little bit of grace in these early runs is necessary. But Andy Haley not doing too bad there. Angle score 33.1. And not bad on the line. 24, if I remember correctly. Just caught at the
We'll see collectively what that equates to for the Drift Wizard. 68.46, so 24, 33, and a 10.6. Andy Haley score on the board and slides into fourth, so respectable.
Yeah, I mean, I expect that score to go up pretty significantly. Maybe
you
on
mean
this one.
the position?
Yeah, I in general, yeah.
Yep.
And Andy as well.
Yep.
We got high hopes.
Derek Madison, the Coilover Depot S chassis from the Midwest. He's a Midwest kid, so let's see what D-Mads, we call him lovingly. This outside zone, he pours it on, you see him initiate, rolls on into it, that left foot brake. Man, that thing is leaning. It's got a little grin there, that front bumper now coming through the S's. Big angle there from D-Mads. Into that outside zone. Comes up a little bit short. Keeps it off the wall. I think that's a good. You could see like how much more car he had left when he crossed the finish line, but I think that was safe.
I think this track has tacked up a lot. It really feels like it, that the amount of grip that's happening right now is not what the drivers expected. It's not what the setup is there for. It's just every time he's on throttle, that car is shooting forward. We saw it with Castro. We saw it with Andy early in the run. You know, I would never tell a driver to take setup advice from me, but it's just starting to look like as the temps have gone down, this track is really sticky.
It's transforming.
Yeah, it is, because it's just, you can see it. Every time he's on throttle, the car's shooting forward. It's not breaking free the way he wants it to. He's having to work it a lot. You know, this might be, you want a quick and dirty fix, like go throw another 10 pounds of pressure in your tires right now and see how it is. So, yeah, Reese actually just, we should throw Reese on the mic here a little bit more, but he just said it's a perfect example of a car that's a lot of forward bite and not a lot of side. Yeah. And I couldn't agree more with that. So I do. I think this track is tacking up a lot. And it might get to a point where we get chilly enough where it gets loose again. So there we go. Racer Replay. It's a Wally device that helps provide these graphics, give you an idea. Some nice little labels on there as well. So you're wanting to get your tires all the way to the edge of that. And that's how you're going to get those maximum points. But
61.76. 61.76 for D-Mads. It's a score up there, and now we're seeing Cody Buchanan. All right, let's see what the Cannonball's got for us. Cody Buchanan Ball in that reboot Nissan Z. Got Nishimoto on the nose there as well. Now it comes in the outside zone. Settled. Ooh, you saw that left foot braking.
Yeah.
There's more of the grip as you're talking about. You saw as soon as he came off throttle. Now coming into that outside zone. Nice job in the first portion of the S's. Looking calm in the cockpit. Throws it around into the second to last outside. Hit it, quit it, and reboot, sticking the boot on the wall. Cody Buchanan.
Yeah, already looked like an easier car to drive. I don't think he would have made any changes. They probably just set that car up that way, made it really easy to drive for him. First outside zone looked really good, and he catches left foot brake. Unfortunately, it seemed like it was just a hair too late because the car is already starting to come unwound through that part. Like in zone 3, and so will he with a 4.8 out of 5. So he did a really good job zone-wise through there. And then just going to enter our final zone 7, 4.9. So solid work on the line score, 30.7 overall, 33.9. Both those scores, once again, out of 40. This is the bottom two on the right that you can see there. Out of Django, 42%. have to ask our boy Will what is our max. What's our angle score they're aiming for here, total percentage or degrees wise? 49. So if you can hit a 49, you're gonna get perfect points. There we go. Score on the board there for Cody Buchanan.
75.26 for the Cannonball. Cody Buchanan, nice job. Again, you can see leaving some opportunity there for style. I think maybe light the wick and get it going there on his second run. But right out of the gate, I think that is very, very respectable.
Yeah.
As Daniel Stuckey, Lakeville, Minnesota's own, coming down in that Kenda Tires S chassis. Stuckey always chill. Let's see, he needs to rise to the occasion here. Oh, come on now, get on up. And needs to definitely dial it in higher. Want to see that over. Oh, that was
interesting.
Jamona. Yeah, it looked like a little Michael Jackson right there. Right. Saw him just stutter step into that outside zone, then brings it on in. That was, am I right? That was like a weird action.
It was interesting.
Like
yeah.
Side, rear, smack it up, flip and reverse it, dude. That was insane.
Yeah, I think the camera angle helped make it look as interesting as it was as well. So we'll flip back to that and take another look at it because a lot going on there. At first glance, it seemed like he just grabbed a ton of handbrake and the car settled back that way. But yeah, having to work the car to get back up that first outside zone. Just flirting with disaster through there. Yeah.
See that glitched.
I think the way that he was entering the zone and then grabbing the handbrake, the car kind of faded back. Is just how it worked out. So just some interesting momentum. But yeah, just a weird one. Maybe we'll see it here again.
Good score. All things considered, Wally.
Right there. Yeah. Wow. That seemed so unnatural.
So weird. but look at 33.6 and 28.9. So that's very respectable, 8.6. So leaving some style points there on the table, 71.16. And again, the judges agreed. He says, hey, if you get through the course, 10-ish. If you do something really
that
bad,
big handbrake pull is definitely what docked some big points there.
But as we work our way to obviously the drivers who finished on top, we're going to progressively see that style kind of go up. All right, here we go. Penthouse, Fleshlight Pro, Clone X, BMW. As goes and launches into that outside zone. Yeah, man. Slick Willie bringing it into that first and only inside clip. Now transitioning outside zone. Man, the car's hopping its way around. Look at the attitude of that suspension, right? Look at the little hopping right here. But, comes up short on that second to last. That cannon angle. Dialed that in. That was nice. Backs it in.
Yeah, it looked really good there for a good chunk of the run, and unfortunately a few mistakes reared their ugly head. First outside zone, this looked really good, and he's the second driver now that's hit some left foot brake on it, and the car's acted really strange up in that section. Cody had a similar kind of situation, but I really liked this run for Beecham up until this point here, and it was similar to kind of what happened with him in the rain in Connecticut, which I'm sure he would absolutely love me bringing up again, where he kind of did a bit of a rolling burnout through that section, not able to get the car to go where he wanted it to. Now, obviously, he was doing that in the rain previously and this in the dry, but just using a ton of wheel speed to get the car to go where he wants it to, and it didn't look amazing. So we take a look again at that racer replay through the eyes of our digital assistant, Mr. Wally.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Wally. He's growing up. He was almost called Barry. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I did not. Yeah. 76.03. 76.03. So good job, Barry.
Original name was Barry, and they've changed it to Wally, which I agree with. I think it's a little more friendly.
It's a play on words.
Yeah.
All right. Wataru Masayama. Wataru Masayama in this Evangelion, the Jerry Yang Racing and Juku Racing, BC Racing. A lot of racing going on here for this Japanese driver.
A racy boy.
Racy. He is very racy.
A very racy boy.
Here we go. Wataru Masayama. Respect. Oh, he lost the front splitter. See how those crazy tusks coming off the front of the car, but maybe the tusk brings good luck. All right, so now comes in that inside clip and transitions. I think you're right, Jacob. How much grip? Usually that car navigates, but you can just see it is gripping up. Oh, just as I say that, he finds his way up on that wall. That thing is blowing flames like a mad dragon.
Yeah, and it seems to be certain parts of the track that are doing it, and not so much in others. The last two zones don't seem to be all that grippy, as we saw with Beecham and even here with Wataru, where the car just is not finding any grip at that point. These sections through here, though, it's definitely tight. It's the car's getting on throttle, and it's trying to shoot forward, and he's not able to get the car to go all the way up. This part through here, up into 6 and through into 7, there's not a lot of grip in that. It's very slippery, so tough setup for these drivers right now. Not conditions they've driven in yet, so none of them would have known this. There's no notes on this. It's a new track surface. I mean, it's kind of everything up against you when it comes to the setup. So I said at the beginning, I'll say it again, I expect the second set of runs to be monumentally different, because right now it's no man's land.
71.43, Motoro Masayama. So everybody kind of just middle of the pack.
Feeling it out. Yeah.
Again, just with those transitions, you're just really, if you want those style points and you really want that #1 spot, you're really going to need to just absolutely execute it. Minimal corrections, getting nasty with the snap overs, and just locked in.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Kenshiro Gushi, OG baby, that ready Toyota GR86. See him, let's throw some more angle at it. Some more, again, a lot of handbrake there. You see that wheels come to a halt there. Now, see through the S's. Definitely locked in on that line. I like that execution. Now, see how he gets out to the second to last. Fluid,
Yeah.
but just good.
Yeah, good. I like that. Just good.
Yeah.
Got through it. But yeah, a few more corrections. That'll definitely affect the style score. Ken up on the bank. Another driver having to, in this case, instead of going with the left foot brake, pulls the handbrake to get the car to come back up a bit higher onto the wall through that section. Rest of this not looking too bad, but working the car a fair bit, similar to what we saw with the previous drivers. So as we get through here, as they go through that logo and the painted sections on track, a lot of drivers saying it's very slick down there. Actually, pieces of the paint were flipping up in practice, and I think it's kind of rubbered in at this point, probably a little more predictable, but quite slippery earlier on today. We almost got to the point of like going out with a big blowtorch and scraping all that off. But now we've put enough rubber down that it's kind of flaked off.
69.86, 69.86. When you say we, you mean somebody else who's just watching.
I mean, we team-wise.
Oh,
okay. We as a group.
Okay.
Not me.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at these hands. They're not working hands.
Man, what a feat. Hats off to Adam's team getting this car back together. You saw at the top of the show, Adam LZ and Matt Field getting into a tussle and then getting into the wall. So this car
looks great.
It looks like it just rolled out of the garage, man. So Adam LZ, the Drift HQ, BMW E36, massive angle there. Talk about getting back on that horse, no problem. Does throw him off there. You saw the car grip up, but then comes now through that zone and now into the second to last outside hit and quit, and he does just that, backs it in. Why not? Yeah. Again, it's like getting that freshly painted helmet, dropping it because you know it's going to be inevitable, and Adam LZ, like I said, getting right back on the horsepower.
And you got to remember, he's had almost no practice here, so he's just having to just go for it and try it. I do like this big angle he's throwing through here. It's a different approach than anybody else has taken so far in qualifying. I think it's a great idea. Just go for it. If you get the points on the board, you get the rundown, you're going to make it into qualifying. Try something, see where the car is settled. The other part, too, is they do allow the drivers to go in the burnout box after doing major repairs to at least see what the car's like, but this is the first time he's actually gone out and drifted it, and so far not looking too bad. Look at these line scores, though. 31.4. If it wasn't for Zone 2, I think this would have been significantly
really
better. Yeah.
35, I mean 30, let's say 34.
Yeah. Just over angle through there. Might have picked up a couple points.
Number one qualifier. Number 2, 80.10. So 80.10. So style still leaving some points on the board.
Yeah.
Dynamic for sure, but I think that is a small victory there for Adam LZ, getting the car back together. But again, the Canadian pilot TLO Tommy Lemaire leads the pack in K&N qualifying. More qualifying when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Here we are, Indianapolis Raceway Park, where qualifying continues. A little drift wizard, little popcorn crushing machines, but the party continues.
Dirty hands aren't always washed at the shop or in the garage. Fast Orange heavy-duty foaming cleans the toughest dirt and grime. It's perfect for any sink, even the one in your kitchen or bathroom. Fast Orange heavy-duty foaming hand cleaner with enhanced cleaning power and a citrus scent.
それは国境を越えて時代やメーカーを超えて趣味思考すらも超えて車を愛する人たちをつなぐものつなぐ感情レイズ
I'm gonna be making it even worse. Today's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Mario! Dude, 21 finally.
52, old fart, man.
Dude.
Yep, 52. Got a bleeder here. I don't know, a proportioning valve or some something brake related.
Keep going.
Like a hydraulic booster assisted type.
I'll take it. I'll take it. He said brake related and he said hydraulic. I'll take it. So, ABS pump.
Okay.
For a 1990 Chevy Suburban.
Oh, 90 Suburban.
Oh, yeah.
The very beginning of ABS.
Andy Haley, O'Reilly Auto Part Random Part Challenge. Brother.
I'm scared. Last time I did this, you guys made it look like I kissed Ryan Turk. If anybody else blows through it, let me know. I want to know who I swapped spit with.
Turk did it first, actually.
Oh, I did? Okay, damn it, I kissed Turk. Ah! No. So,
that was him.
Dude, what the hell is this thing? Heavy.
It's heavy. It must be expensive.
Maybe like a direct injection? I don't know.
So it is a hydraulic ABS pump.
Oh, that
for
makes sense. Yeah.
A 1990 Chevy Suburban.
Okay. Yeah. Well, do I get to keep it?
Sure.
Oh. Marines are losing their tents.
What's that? You gotta give it back? Sorry.
No.
Love those segments there.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
great.
You do pretty good at that. I'm like, this is a paperweight.
I play at home every time.
Oh, no, I'll leave that to you, dude. I'll stick to announcing. So.
90 Suburban. I had an 85 Suburban. Never had 90. Yeah, 6.5 diesel in it, of course.
Yeah.
You're like shocker.
Rolling coal.
Yeah.
All right, here we go with our next driver, Radical Daniel, Dan Burkett. Now residing in Florida. Great looking Mark IV Toyota Supra. Let's see what Rad Dan, let's see if he can live up to his name. And the sun is setting, the lights are on, both the headlights and the lights in the sky. All right, Rad Dan Burkett, there's that left foot brake.
Yeah.
Look at that. You see him just modulating, but it ends up working out for him. Still good fluidity there. I like the, exceeds a little bit there. That'll be a small deduction there, according to Wally. You can see the angle. Look at the telemetry there in the bottom right-hand corner. You can see miles per hour and the degree of angle. Like I said, it's the average overall. Coming across the finish line.
Saved it? Question mark.
Yeah, he drift through.
Yeah.
Did he
I'll give
keep
it to him.
control? Look at these. The judges are dropping the gavel.
Well, it's
off with his head.
I mean, you have to look at it from if this was a lead run in a battle, you know, what would happen then? That's how I always try to take the lens of a situation like this. And you if you're spinning out across the line, that chase driver's just going to absolutely plow into you. So we'll see how the judges play it. Outside of that, I mean, it's a pretty bang-up run there. There you go, perfect on zone 6. Quite good on zone 7. Unfortunately, too much angle there coming across the line for at the end. It's a slippery spot. It's just how things are. So we're hearing the word goose eggs.
Incomplete, and no, basically with him spinning out, and to your point, I said, oh, he drifted through. But to your point, I do agree, it's incomplete. Following that, you're going to slam into him.
Yeah.
You would have punted him.
He was already over-rotating across the line. It just happens to be. So, yeah, big old goose egg on that one.
Yeah,
so.
and I mean, now the pressure lies.
Yeah.
You know, you just need to get a score. So, unfortunately, Dan, there were some opportunities there where he was a little too loose. He needs to tighten it up.
Yep.
Just need to get a score on the board here.
Everything else looked great. I mean, it would have been a solid run. Okay. I'll take okay.
Yeah, again, he had a little left foot brake. The car wasn't exactly where it needed to be. But, all right, here we go. Alabama's own Ben Hobson. That Pennzoil Mustang RTR Spec 5FD ripping into that. All right, that's the X factor we're looking for as far as style goes. Look at that.
There we go.
No holds barred, dude. Come on. Yeah, that's the dang fire, flames. He's getting it all. Yep. Now let's see how he handles the outside. Hits it, quits it. Yes, sir.
Whoa.
Ben Hobson. Yeah.
All right.
I gotta see the most steezy run right there. Right? Just that's how you have to drive the Mustangs, though,
yes.
right? We always talk about you just need to zip tie that throttle down and just commit.
Yeah, and it's the cars do interesting things off throttle too. When you come off throttle, they tend to float really well. But Ben does a pretty good job of utilizing it. That zone 2, doing a pretty decent job through there. Rest is he's on the edge of the track and the edge of the zone through so many of these. 4.5 and a 5 through there. 4.1. I mean, this is marking up to be quite the run here. Ben Hobson, I think he overshot. He was a little bit too tight on the inside of zone 2, and that's where you see the deduction. It is deducted pretty heavy when you're going on the too far in on any of those zones. So that's where you see that part of it. But yeah, 37 out of 40, 45 degrees of angle. Once again, 49 degrees is what will get you a perfect score, but he's quite close to that. So great work there from Ben Hobson.
Attaboy, Ben Hobson, 79.56. Highest style score I've seen so far, I believe, 12.6. So, like I said, that was...
We're tied, yeah.
79.56 for Ben Hobson, slides him into third position.
He is 13th overall right now.
Right.
I think we kind of forgot that.
They're
that's not bad.
Real quick, another hard-working team. Hats off to the Drift Cave and the Cavemen over there, getting this car back together. So the Boiler Performance Heatwave Corvette of Matt Field, the beast from the Bay, backs it in already. Talking about Adam Elzine, him getting to a tussle, but big, massive angle, goes past the inside clip. Does escape him a little bit, but now works it into that third outside zone. Now 5 going into 6. It's all the way out there. Transitions, rips through, backs it in. Wow, did you see? Whoa, did he lose? I saw a bunch of tire debris. Did the tire go, or did he get into the marbles?
I think it was just all the marbles and debris at the end. But Matt Field wants this top qualifying.
Yeah.
He wants it bad. Look at this, zone 1, 8.3 out of 10. Great points through there. I mean, at best first zone we've seen. Second zone looking good. Man, Matt Field very quickly looking like that top spot might be his. Just, we're not even all the way through this run. And this is going to be the run to beat. I'm calling it right now. Holy cow.
Yeah, look at that. So much green on that board. And I did say zone 2, it looked like escaped him, but that angle. So the angle did me dirty, dude.
Yeah, no.
The angle did me dirty. I apologize.
Well, and this track has a lot of angles to it. There's a lot of elevation changes in it going up and off the bank. So, man, great work here from Matt Field.
All right. 83.5, you called it, and there we go. Highest style score so far, 13, but look at that, 35-35. I mean, that is a great score. So,
yeah. That's tough to beat.
That is very tough to beat, but as we ramp things up here, Cole Richards, like we talked about, a rookie top 10 right now.
Yeah.
Definitely target on his back, and he's going for that Rookie of the Year position. We know what he's capable of, and just really, really, really good kid. Really good kid. Just really mellow. Let's see, driving to the top. Here we go. All right, that Richards Racing number 11 into that outside zone, flying through that outside zone, into that inside clip, and dialing it in. Look at that, putting a bow on it, baby. Cole Richards, rolling Cole, baby. Come on. Ooh, comes up a little bit short on that outside zone 6, and then into 7, but look at the angle 44. You talked about that 49 being the ideal to acquire the 40 points overall. That was sick.
That was sick, yeah. He gets the car lit up really quick, hits that first outside zone on throttle, just working a bit of left foot brake to make sure it's sitting where it needs to be. There we go, zone 2 not looking too bad. Great points in zone 3, perfect, absolutely perfect. So Cole Richards on another heater, unfortunately not able to get all the way up to the wall here in zone 6. There's a few spots here where he's going to be kind of kicking himself a little bit, but all the makings of a great run, just a little bit more commitment. I mean, if this is a safe run, his second one's going to be, it's going to be really interesting. I do think with the amount of drivers we're sitting in, just knowing that you're going to be in the show just by getting a rundown, the latter half of this is going to be a ton of fun.
All right, Cole Richards, 76.16. Again, this is what I did anticipate, right? I mean, just as we get to the higher standing drivers, the style points going up. So looks like, I believe this is Chris the Force Forsberg on the line. Yes, it is. So 3-time FD champion, the Destin Industries all-new Z, pulling up to the line. Had a good time over at Goodwood Festival Speed in England. He was over there amongst Matt Field. Ryan Turk was over there driving Formula Supra. It was a great time.
Yeah, cool list of drivers out there as well.
Fun.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. So great event. But right now, Chris the Force Forsberg. Let's see what he can do in his all-new Z, in the Z.
We're just waiting on a cone clean or something. There we go.
And now it looks like starting, leaving, send it. There we go. Chris the Force Forsberg, Destin Industries, Z into that outside zone. VR-powered vehicle. Past that inside clip. On throttle, good transition there. Grabs a little bit of handbrake, maneuvers it into the outside zone. Approaching the final 2. Get up that wall, back it in. Again, very comparable to what we saw with Cole Richards. And yeah, dragging the bumper on outside zone 7 finish line.
Yeah, not a bad run at all for Chris the Force Forsberg. Sitting on the line there for just a second, but first outside zone looks good. He had it really sorted at the beginning and right at the end. It was just kind of that middle section where wasn't able to quite keep it up on the wall, and that's where a few of those points would have bled off. Zone 2 looking really good at the 4.8. Just means his timing coming off the bank has been phenomenal. And I mean, a driver that's seen as much action as he has over the years, he's going to be one of the early drivers that's going to be able to adapt.
Look at the angle, 39.1, the highest I believe we've seen, almost. So almost 49, that average.
Well, look at it's the car is at full lock as often as you can possibly put it, and that alone is going to bring him up into a really good spot. I expect the style scores to be a few points above 10, and yeah, it's going to
number 2 qualifier. Yeah. So 12.3 gets him a collective 82.53 for Chris Forsberg. Good driving there.
Yeah, and a good way to go at this track differently than other people have, which is refreshing.
Yeah, just again, different approach. Don't play the Wally. And as Ryan Turk enters the conversation here, Ryan Turk bidding us adieu. He's saying this is final entire full legit season. He's competing in this Toyota GR Corolla. Again, hanging up his helmet for Formula Drift, but the party continues, and it continues right now. Transitioning now to the outside zone. Well done for the hot hatch. Again, back through. Wow, that was really good. Just perfect placement there. You got to think how we always talk about how small that bumper overhang is, but he makes it look like it is a diving board out back. And Ryan Turk, look at that, 45-degree angle average.
Yeah.
So nice job there by Ryan Turk, that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla, the Rockstar Energy Drink driver.
First viewing made me think this is going to be a solid run, and I hope I don't find anything that contradicted. Look at that first outside zone. He's right up there. I was a little concerned with how many walls we have and how little that overhang is and how that might affect this run, but man, if Turk has any sort of detriment to that, it's not showing it here right now. This looks really good. It's smooth. There's not a lot of big adjustments anywhere through. He's using the throttle well. He's not really coming off it completely. Letting the back wheels continue to spin, which indicates he's not grabbing a ton of handbrakes. He's just kind of playing with the throttle all the way through, not making a ton of big adjustments. This, it's weird to think of Ryan Turk in any way a dark horse, but I think this might be one of those runs where you look at it first and you're like, yeah.
So 79.8. Look at that.
Style.
14 on style. So like you said,
handbrake.
No handbrake.
Yeah.
It was fluid. It was steezy. It had like again a lot of style. So go rockstar to rockstar. The Ryan Turk and now Frederick Osbo, another 3-time champ in that Toyota GR Supra. I'm expecting very comparable to what we saw from Ryan Turk. Just obviously the big bumper, the bigger car overall, but. I'm expecting fluidity here from, again, you can see 2015, 21, and 22 for Freddie. Right, comes through the start chicane. Let's see what kind of entry we get here. Frederick Osbo, kind of lacking that angle there. Just went for it. Looked like, again, the car gripped up. Now, attitude of the car, nosing up into the outside zone. So, definitely fluidity, but doesn't have that signature kind of... I think you're right. You said it early on, maybe gripping up, but placing the car very properly.
Yeah, I think it felt
54-degree angle. Okay.
I don't think that was the average. It was just what he had at the very end.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, it took me a second there too. Those stats on the bottom right are kind of live stats as they go. Yeah, they're going to let you know as things are happening more or less in real time. But yeah. Frederick Osbo, I mean, looks good through a lot of it, but it feels very safe. Like we all know that he can be easily the best driver at any event at any point in time, but I think he went out, threw down what he needed to do to make sure that he's got that score. Maybe he felt out the track a little bit more, figured out where those sticky spots were and where maybe the track loosened up a little bit. And kind of went, okay, I got a feeling for this now, and now we can kind of go back. He's another driver as well. Like the Papadakis team spends a lot of time in the Wally dashboard, and we'll be taking a lot of notes.
74.33 for Frederick Osbo. The action continues here. We have, we got 4 more drivers left. Hughes, the Shanahan bros, Brandon.
Oh, yeah, 6.
Sorry, 6.
H cut off.
Yeah, all right. So, we got 6 more drivers left. And here's our top 5. Matt Field takes it away from Tommy Lemaire. Chris Forsberg slides there into second. So, Tilo, Adam LC, and Ryan Turk. Look at that star-studded cast there. We'll be right back. 6 more drivers left for their first run. 2 non-consecutive runs. Won't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
At the limit, performance tells the truth. From the drift track to off-road to the open road, Kenda engineers its tires where failure is not an option. Vesda Performance, Cleaver all-terrain. One engineering standard, professional grade. From the podium to the pavement. Kenda, find your retailer at kendatire.com.
Through this lens, I catch details others might pass right by. Some might see a car. I see tuners taking care of what they love. The care poured into every engine. The trust in Pennzoil to keep it running strong. This moment, these drivers, the machine under this hood, that's what lasts.
Engine protection for the lifetime of your vehicle. Pennzoil, long may we drive. Available at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With the Canon Image ProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
Something has awakened. The horsepower and torque you always knew was there. Just waiting to make every drive thrilling. Track tested, off-road proven. Performance for everything you drive. Drive better with K&N.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged. proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Welcome back. We have 6 drivers left, and Dylan the Dozer Hughes there in the beautiful O'Reilly Auto Parts on the hood, royal purple on the door, GT radial, and again, he got that #1 spot in Connecticut. Can he do it again? He's feeling it, and I think this is his kind of track.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
He likes the banks. You know, we've seen great success from him, just kind of bringing it all. He's, you know, he grew up driving at Monroe, or Evergreen Speedway, excuse me.
Yep.
And that's a pretty comparable track. So I think this is really going to match like a geez Louise, easy for me to say. Jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, he's I mean, he's obviously an incredibly talented driver, and I don't think anybody wants to see any rain on Saturday, but this driver might, because he's, you know, statistically, he's done very well in the rain. So, you know, especially on bank tracks. So we'll see.
He grows gills. He grows gills. He's like Shape of Water.
Yeah.
He just
webbed fingers.
Webbed fingers. Yeah, it smells like cabbage. All right, here we go. I gotta love him. Dylan Hughes there, initiating into the outside zone. That's what I was talking about. Again, you can see him fight the car a little bit there, but good placement of the vehicle on that inside clip into the outside zone, riding that line. See him a little out of shape there. There he is, standing back on it. Oh, buddy. Look at that wide arc there, getting to that 6 outside zone.
Oh, no.
Well, you can only tell the future by looking at the past, and that was a Dan Burkett move, like similar to what he did. So, yeah, that's gonna be an incomplete, dude. That's hard to follow.
Yeah.
You gotta maintain control.
Precedent set, unfortunately, for Dylan Hughes, and this run had some really fun moments in it. I do like the way that he's kind of still playing around with the weight of the car, where, you know, he's still using a fair bit of momentum in a few spots here, but unfortunately, we are getting the official word that is an incomplete. You know, you have to give it to him. If you give it to Dan and you didn't give it to Dylan, that would create more questions than answers, that's for sure. So, Dylan Hughes, 6 overall on an incomplete on that first run. We talked about this at the beginning, where we were like, oh yeah, it's super easy, you can chill out, and that's another driver.
Now, Dan Burkett and him. And again, you mentioned it earlier, kind of glanced over, but Ryan Littoral, Jeff Jones. Anybody else?
We got Rad Dan and now Dylan Hughes, 4 drivers. Yeah,
not sure. Just a no-show.
Not sure what happened with Littoral. Just wasn't at the line. So maybe we'll get word and find out. Hopefully everything's okay.
Yep. All right, so Connor Shanahan here in this Red Bull and Juku Racing, Jerry Yang Racing GT Radial Shrouded 86. So let's see what we got here. Dylan exit stage right.
Connor did look really good in practice earlier on. Now, different layout than what we saw, but one of the first drivers to kind of get this layout nailed.
Okay. You're saying it was previously the second outside zone?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Connor Shanahan, locked and loaded. Yep. Great placement of the car right there. Comes down on the inside clip. Could have been closer, but still good fluidity. Like the commitment. Really just unhinged right now. Oh boy, we're going to see some tire fire here from the Jerry Hank camp. They definitely break out the s'mores. Going to the last outside zone, and there it is, right on cue. Oh, backs it in. Didn't hear the beeping, warning that backup, but that was sick. So again, very, very aggressive. Good run there from Mr. Shanahan.
Is that a power
Ladies,
shot camera?
down in front.
Yeah, power shot cameras are back in. Connor Shanahan had said early on, kind of got this locked in, but takes him a second there through outside zone 1, zone 2 similar. So just didn't really get into the groove until we really hit zone 3 and got to that flatter section of the track, where now it really feels like Connor's kind of found his marks and understood the assignment when it comes to the rest of his layout. 4.9 on zone 5, that's fantastic. So first bit of the track didn't really come to him the way that he needed it to. I think the initiation just didn't get him up to the wall all the way, but you can see, especially with this this replay through the Wally system, he's really setting the car up very early to get it out to the zones that he needs to. And I think this gives us such a great idea of how the car is actually moving, because you're not distracted by smoke or fire or anything else. All you're getting is just the raw data in a visual form.
77.03 slides into 7th. there for Connor Shanahan.
We need to update that photo. He was like
Yeah,
12 in
like-
that.
Yeah. What is that?
Need to
photo?
talk to somebody about that.
Yeah. Look at that.
He's young, but he's not that
lettuce
young.
up top,
That
dude.
lettuce. The broccoli. Yeah.
All right. Well, here's the older bro, Jack Shanahan. He's so chill, man. In the driver's meeting, I'm like, you good? He's like, yeah. I just need to drive whatever they say, man. Like talking to the judge, he's like, whatever they say, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's see if he lives up to it as he backs it in, taps the bumper. That Pulsar Turbo Systems BMW. Pass it inside clip. Ooh, comes back. Let's reel him back in, and he does. Gets back to that outside zone and just hopping his way into the second to last. Touch and go. There he goes. Hits it and quits it in that last outside zone. Backs it in and sheds some weight out back. So Jack the Ripper Shanahan.
Yeah, a little more fun on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely enjoyed
What
it.
do you want me to do? Okay, I'll do that.
But that's, I mean, honestly, that's kind of how the Shanahans are, where it's like, and even James to a degree, where it's like, why argue? Why even have the discussion? This is what you want? All right, I'm going to do my absolute best to do it. And yeah, Jack is he's a phenomenal driver. Great personality too. If you spend 5 minutes with him, you understand why people enjoy hanging out with him so much. And yeah, a really solid run. A few spots where I'm sure we're going to see it in the line where he's not able to get all the way out to it. Interesting how he floats that car from inside zone 2 all the way out to really get a good look at zone 3 and then kind of drive into it and transition back out. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works with the angle and with the style side of things, but it'll be fun to chase that a little bit later on as now they realize they're on camera.
Down in front.
Yeah.
All right, K&N qualifying continues here. What is old Jackie Shanahan getting here? An 80.46. Look at that, 33.35. High on the line, high on the angle. Just a good, consistent score.
Yeah, Jack is one of, I think he's one of the #1 drivers when it comes to spending time in the Wally dashboard. They were tracking how long drivers were spending and then correlating that to how well they do. And I won't spoil it yet, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. Yeah, some fun data that's come up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do your homework, kids.
Yeah, it's crazy. Again, they're talking about all the sim kids, but now analyzing the wall.
All these tablet kids.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Brandon Sorensen, currently sitting 3rd overall in the championship. You know, I mean, look at the SM, Sorensen Motorsports, doing it himself, man. Goes into that, kind of goes a little exceeding of that track line here, the quad lock GT radial BMW from Las Vegas. Gets out there, taps the ball, almost loses the tail light, but he does, man, just wall to wall.
Yeah, he's gonna make sure that on those wall zones he's gonna get as much score as possible.
Smash it in there.
Yeah, really putting that car all the way to the edge. It seems the middle part of this first zone has been the toughest for a lot of these drivers. So Brendan, another incredible score up there, 8.6. Zone 2 just going a little bit wide through there, but a few other spots in this track he's doing quite well, but overshooting just a bit. So went with a really loose approach in the setup on this car. That's how I'm seeing it. It's just it seems very easy to drive. It's floating around quite a lot, which I think is why it's shot a little bit wide through zone 2. It just didn't quite have that same side bite. And it seems for Brandon he's actually going too far into the wall, and that's where the deductions are. So when it comes to a walled zone, it uses the outside edge of the car. So and that's what the Wally's scoring off. It's not the wheels. So if you are dumping the bumper all the way through, you are going to see a deduction. That's what we see here.
And there it is, a 76.5. So just slamming into it. Did exceed that one outside zone as well. So on the board as now sitting 2nd overall in the hunt for the championship. Odi Bakshis, the field suspension, Subi Mods, BRZ. Let's see what Odi's got for us. Like I said, he just came out swinging that thing. GT radios on the corners and just absolutely placed. Look at him sticking it on the wall for a long time. He does manage to bring it back in. He corrects. He exceeds that outside zone 3 really quickly. And then comes back. Let's see how he handles the last 2. Keeps it off the wall, doesn't smash it in there. Good placement, good control. And again, again, that was really well executed there.
Yeah, I love the progression we've seen with him in this car and how comfortably he got in it really quick. Posted a video recently where he got back into an S chassis and drove it again, and he's like, I really like the 8.6. Like, the S chassis is fantastic,
BRZ.
but sorry, thank you, BRZ. Yeah, just talking about how much he enjoys the BRZ more now, because he found some flaws in what everybody considered to be the best chassis being the S chassis. So just cool to see, but he's done so well in this BRZ now, and it's just continuously developing it and finding out how he needs to pilot it the best, and this is just another continuation of this. All the zones look fantastic. The angle looks really good. You know, I expect this to be a high-scoring run here for Odie. I mean, anytime he's going out qualifying, you more or less expect it to be a good run.
Absolutely. So here we go, Odie Bakshi's. What do you got for us? 82.7, slides in a second, bumps Chris Forsberg down to third, but again, 13 in style, so definitely up there. So good driving.
Yeah, solid.
Bakshi's got this, babe.
So they need merch with that.
I know. You
Yeah.
got this, babe. That's what his lovely wife Amy says to him when he's on line. You got this, babe. Surprisingly, J. Brad, spotter before, did not say that to him.
No? Weird.
I know. Gosh, you got to play the game, dude. You got to role play, like our audio guy.
Oh, the best.
All right, our 5-time and defending. Again, he went 3 in a row, went pre-COVID, driving a different car, comes back, has kind of a rookie year in a Mustang, comes and goes back to back, and now he currently leads the championship once again. James the Machine Dean in the Pennzoil O'Reilly Auto Parts Mustang RTR Spec 5 FD. All right, looks like we've got some debris out there on track, so a little bit of ice for the machine. But, I like this livery a lot. I think it's cool. I like how the green highlights the flares.
Yeah.
You know, obviously homage to Ireland, and the green Type S lights, Type S night lights. What an awesome event that was last night. Really cool. Sung Kang and obviously Larry Chen. He just jumped on a plane. He's off to Trinidad, so he's over there.
What?
But, yeah, I know.
Jeez.
Yeah, but Type S night lights presented by Gazoo Racing in conjunction with PRI and obviously Formula Drift. But really cool event over there in Speedway, Indiana, just in the shadow of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Awesome. Biggest event they've ever had there.
Really?
At PRI.
I do love that we're doing more and more of these night lights events.
Really cool. So, all right, here we go. James the Machine Dean. The Type S night lights are on underneath his hot rod. He backs in the bumper, comes a little unwound, but still gets right back into it, into that inside clip. Like I said, these Mustangs, they just like to be unbridled and just standing on it. We saw that earlier from Ben Hobson. Got the turbo fan, the aero disc out back, just absolutely spooling. Look at the cloud of smoke. That's what I'm talking about on Saturday when we go head-to-head. That will be a factor. You can see how thick it is, and yeah.
Already pouring into the grandstands there. James Dean having some fun with this one. Gets into the wall early, and it does push him out just a little bit. Gets back into that zone a little bit later. 6.9 points on that zone. That zone is out of 10. The rest of them all out of 5. So it's an incredibly important zone to hit, and obviously that score is going to reflect that. James Dean there, zone 4.9, almost perfect. There it is. There's our perfect score on zone 6. Very close on zone 7. James Dean, 44 degrees. Not our biggest angle score yet, but you know, right behind it. This is big.
Highest.
Yeah.
Average of 48.
Yeah, that was our
almost perfect on the angle.
almost. I don't know if anybody's gotten a perfect angle score yet this season. I don't believe they have. So maybe today, maybe tonight. Who knows?
Blowing a lot of kisses there. He's got a Ford shirt on. He's cheering on the Ford boys with 82. So James the Machine Dean.
Yeah, 82. So yeah, fourth overall. Not looking too bad.
All right. So we are headed to break. So there it is, James the Machine Dean. But Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay, leads the pack. 83.5, Odie Bakshi's, Forsberg, James Dean, and TLO. Tommy Lemaire, there's our top 5. Join that next bets, join the conversation. As again, place your bets. Look at this, James Dean the pack.
Yeah.
All right.
Not shocked by that one.
Action continues. All right, we will be right back with our second run of all our drivers. Don't go anywhere here from Indy.
It goes without saying, the stress and vibration on a drift car is at the very highest level. To be successful, you have to make sure every nut and bolt are doing their job. That's why we continuously do the nut and bolt check. Making that job easier, though, is Permatex Thread Locker. Now with Right Stuff technology, we're giving that bolt a fighting chance against 1,000 horsepower with a superior formula that cures 80% faster. One drop can make a difference in winning a battle. Give your bolts a chance. New Permatex Right Stuff Thread Locker.
Looking for a college where you can learn by doing? The University of Northwestern Ohio puts the wrench in your hand and your future in motion.
I would recommend UNOH to anybody who wants to excel in this industry.
With industry connections, cutting-edge equipment, and programs in automotive, diesel, high performance, robotics, and more, this is education that works.
You will come to this school and you will leave 10 times what you were when you came here.
Apply now at unoh.edu.
Get out there and have fun. Because you've got McGuire's. And we've got your back. From wash, to paint care, to maintenance and more, McGuire's has your hybrid ceramic solution for every adventure. McGuire's, reflect your passion.
Welcome back to Indy Raceway Park, as we are excited to see our second run of qualifying. Again, 80 points allocated across line and angle, 40 in each category, and style dictated by our other 80 points allocated by Race Data Labs and the Wally system.
Yeah, our fun little co-working robot. So it's been cool to see that and to set the record straight for anybody wondering. There is no AI involved in that. There's no artificial intelligence.
No.
It is just a measuring device. That's it. It's just it's
telemetry.
It's a a really expensive ruler.
Yeah, and it's funny because I've heard people like, oh, it's going to get better over time because AI. I'm like, no, you're not getting
that's
it.
not how that works.
Yeah. So you set the boundaries, the parameters, measuring it, checking it out. So yeah. So I'm seeing Nate Chen. We're gathering that Rome Sharp tier.
Yeah.
Not pulling the line.
Seems to be the case.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe drivers just want an early night.
And I'm hearing that Jonathan Castro, he says he's having clutch issues, so he barely made it through that first run, but he does have a score on the board. And Rome does have Rome's
got a score. Yeah. Yep. I wonder if we'll see that. Maybe drivers heading downtown. Yeah, grabbing some shrimp cocktails.
Oh, dude, don't tempt me with a good time.
I know. Right?
Have you had St. Elmo's?
I have several times.
It is like if you got a cold,
it's an experience.
Just like an angry dragon. Just
I do remember a mutual friend. I won't name him, but eating like 2 full things because yes. You know that. Yeah,
I think I've heard the story.
Oh, dude, I was there.
Shout out to Fast Pickle.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Nate Chen. That's great.
Didn't want to embarrass him.
All right, Nate Chen to see if this is a spicy number like a St. Elmo's shrimp cocktail. Nate Chen wants to better his first score and fights the car a little bit there, gets a little out of shape. And you can see the car ripping up. And now it's definitely got to be transferred. The temperatures here are really changing the dynamic of the course. It brings it out and across the finish line.
Yeah, I feel like this is a very different track already. I'm very excited to chat with the drivers a little bit later and just find out how they're feeling. How is this track different? What does this mean for competition? What does it mean for top 32 and top 16 especially as we start to work our way deeper into the evening? Nate Chen, not a great line. That is, I would argue that is an unchaseable line. I don't know how the judges are going to feel about it, but essentially driving straight through there. So didn't quite keep the momentum coming off the bank to shoot him a little bit wider through 2. When he gets on the throttle, the car just shoots straight. So you can see it here. He just doesn't have the speed through 1, isn't able to float the car past 2 to give the room to be able to transition back out. So I would classify that one as a no bueno. Not a fantastic time for him. No bueno.
All right, well, he was trying to better. Don't know if that's going to be enough. Let's see, second score. It does, Joe. So 69.96. All right, so 67.16 on his first run. He does better on his second run. K&N qualifying continues. TLO. He did have that #1 spot for quite some time. Everybody just leveled up. So this XPN Corvette. So again, he's got that broken wing, his arm's in a sling, but he can still swing that thing with a sling.
That was impressive.
Thanks. Yeah. I'll be here all weekend until Sunday. Like Chick-fil-A. Here we go. XPN Corvette going into that first outside zone. Big angle there. Correction. Car gripping up, shooting in. Good placement. I like that. That was really well done. Let's see if he can settle it. And see this little tap in his left foot brake. On throttle goes that last. Second to last outside zone. I love that wall drag. That was sick. Yeah, he definitely put a little more sauce on that thing.
Yeah, he's a very stylish driver. If you ever had a chance to watch him drive in Quebec, yeah, he was really known for throwing a bunch of angle, being a high commitment driver, and we're starting to see that come back to his driving now in FD. That he's had a bit more time to develop, especially with the Corvette as well. Like it's a very different chassis than what he started with in the S chassis, but he's just adapted to it so well. So I love seeing drivers evolve over time. Maybe not the score he was hoping for, especially on the first one, but we saw in practice too, drivers kind of went out, figured out the line, and then went out and just tried different stuff, right? Yeah. And this to me feels like one of those, all right, let's try a different line, let's try maybe a different setup, see how the car feels, and go from there. Because like, not a ton of side bite in it, very floaty, probably a fun car to drive.
So his first run does stand to be the better of the two, 81.7, but just overall, like you said, just adapting the car and just with that hurt wing, man, I'm really surprised. It's impressive what he's doing. So we talked about it earlier, Connor O'Sullivan. This is his pro spec car. He built a new car, debuted it this season, but decided to go back to his pro spec, the old faithful, as in that U.S. Army BMW slowly initiates the car, coming down into that inside clip, big angle, snaps back. Ooh, maybe that's salvageable. I got to see that overhead. I got to see the different angles there. You got to love the red, white, and blue. As O'Sullivan brings it up to the outside zone. Love that shot into the bank. Car gripping up. Car's gripping up.
Yeah, car's doing something. Car's not doing what he wants it to do, that's for sure. So similar to what happened with Nate Chen, we might be able to catch this a little bit earlier on. So get through zone 1. He doesn't have a ton of speed through here. He's trying to pull a lot of left foot brake, then handbrake, and he's losing momentum. So he doesn't have the momentum he needs to push. You need to kind of go through 2 and past it. You have to have the momentum to go past 2, because then when you get back on the throttle, you're then shooting towards 3. So it basically means he's got a straight line approach between 2 and 3. And it's similar, like if that came down to a battle, there's no way there's no way the chase driver has anything to do but to back off completely. So we'll get a score on the board with that one, but some big changes need to happen before Saturday as we take a look here at El Jefe. Jeff Jones getting back out, and I think we're all breathing a bit of a sigh of relief for him as
most definitely.
Yeah,
most definitely. And you got to feel for him. Unfortunately he broke his thumb, had to sit out of Connecticut. Here's the score for Connor O'Sullivan. So unfortunately 59.6 is still in the show. He currently sits 15th with a 75.6. All right, Jeff Jones, Big Drift Energy, Kumo Tires, Nissan Z. Like I said, broke his thumb in round 3 in Orlando.
See Sopo with 2 thumbs up. That was on purpose.
Too soon. No, it's great to see him back out here. Also, rest in peace to Rocky, his dog. Who's 7. Oh, no! That is not ideal for Jeff Jones. Oh, that's going to be an incomplete. Oh, that's going to be an incomplete for him, man, and, with a no run. So you wonder what happened to the car on the wall. You know, again, as we started the top of the show, if you're just tuning in, right when we were going into qualifying, he ran into the wall. I didn't see how bad it was. So now, you know what? Light him up. We love you, Jeff Jones. Like I said, just lost him and his lovely wife just lost their dog of 17 or 18. He was a little boy. He went sailing with us. It was awesome. So rest in peace, Rocky. Doing it for Rocky right there.
Yeah. Paid for the whole tire, you might as well use it.
Acting like you just won the event, man.
Yeah, that meme.
Celebratory burnout there, but Jeff has a good attitude. He knows it was tough for him to sit out and watch. He said it was kind of a weird feeling, man. Had to sit out in Connecticut. He watched it at home.
Yeah, it was interesting though. He came back and said, "Hey, like I got to be a fan again."
Yeah.
And actually provided some really good feedback in the drivers' meeting from that perspective,
right.
And yeah, just sucks there. Car just not. It looked like the front wheels were binding even during the warm up. Like the warm up I was watching, and I was like, this does not look great for Jeff. So,
well, the only upside of that is now top 6 qualifiers, I believe now, are going to get bye runs into top 16 on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
hey, it just means qualifying right now is more important than ever.
Right.
That's really what it means. Is those spots guarantee you a spot in top 16, that's big right now, especially in the points race. Our championship contenders, like, you need to be in that spot.
Ryan Littoral, Dan Burkett, Dylan Hughes. There's 3 other drivers that are currently sitting on incomplete. Three Hansen does have a score. I'm sure he would love to better his first run here in this S chassis. Coming into that inside clip, kind of overshoots it, but into that outside zone through the S's. Hansen coming up to that thing, outside zone, grips up, shoots in. That last outside, hit it and quit it.
It does look like his setup is a little bit more suited on this run. I'm hoping they actually did make changes, and I'm just not making that up in my head. But it already seems like the car was a little bit easier for him to drive. He didn't seem to be fighting as much. Still didn't get quite in the right spot. Just missed time coming off of 1, and that means he went wide through 2. Then we start to look at 3 and 4. Like, he's there. He's well into each of those zones, right on the edge of it into 5, and then just cresting the wall through 6 and through 7. So, you know, it's a big some change, whether it's vehicle or driver, and you just realize the mistakes of the first one. But Rudy making a bit of progression. Always good to see that a driver's improving run to run. Just once again, just gives me high hopes for what we'll see in top 32. I do think this layout with that inside clip is going to get real interesting in tandem. Even in practice, watching it, I think it's going to be interesting. Don't know interesting good or interesting bad.
That sounds like a loaded response. But Rudy does better. His 64.93 on his second run gets a 67.10. So just better. That's a 23rd position. All right, so Ryan Littoral is on the line. And this is a scenario of Jeff Jones was a no-show on the first run, so now has to show up and put down a run, the NRG Innovations S15, the RB-powered vehicle. Don't know exactly what was going down with his vehicle, but puts it up on the wall. Could definitely be a little bit higher here, but loving the flake paint, of course, as always. Now into that outside zone. Just keep where the rubber meets the road, as again, you can see just all the firing colors, sparkles and lights going off. Looking like 4th of July right now as he rips through this Indy track, and he does get a score on the board. So that will be a score for Ryan Littoral, and he will be in the show. Where it's at?
Yep.
TBD.
Yeah, Ryan, one of the driver liaisons for the seasons, him, Ken Gucci, and Matt Field. So, you know, obviously having a lot of input on the way that this track was developed originally and that layout, as well as a driver that spent a fair bit of time in the sim testing this out. So good to see him back out there, able to put a score on the board. I couldn't imagine what that would feel like, you know, missing the first one and then potentially having it incomplete. So good to see another driver out there making it into competition. So having some fun, stylish run from Ryan Littoral. Lots of pops and bangs, you said. A little bit of handbrake here and there, but I think when it comes to the zone side of things, everything looks fairly decent. A little tougher to tell from some of these camera angles. Obviously, the top-down drone can give you a great view of exactly where everybody is. You can't hide from that drone, but yeah, I think it's going to put him into competition. That's the main thing here.
Yeah. Just again, that little bit of nerves kind of can exhale at this point. So Ryan Littrell, obviously his second score better than the first because he did not have a score on his first run. So it ended up paying off for the IE 909er 951. Ryan Littrell waiting for the scores to be displayed here. Judges inputting there, so just waiting for all to be tabulated and find out. Who do we have next?
After that, Jonathan Castro already got word on that, not
Castro.
able to come out. Andy Haley should be up after that, and then Derek Madison.
All right, so a little hush falls over the crowd. Waiting for Littrell's score.
He's taking a real hard look at it. Should be able to get that up to you guys here shortly as we take another look over this setup. Brand new fresh tracks going down here.
Yeah, certain areas paved, and you can see the fresh areas paved for when they go down off the bank and into the center portion of the track.
Yeah, FD putting another investment into a facility. We've seen this time and time again. We were talking about it earlier on, all the different tracks that have pavement put down just for what we need to do. St. Louis, Atlanta, we've got it here. I don't know if we're doing that bull ring.
Yeah, the bull ring's getting some
love,
some refinement. Yeah,
gotcha.
Some TLC. And then Shoreline Showdown tickets available now.
Yeah.
So a 67.83. So that was run 2, but again, he didn't have a run on his first run. So when we come back, the action continues here, round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. And again, we are in the second run of qualifying for the pro drivers.
Looking for a college where you can learn by doing? The University of Northwestern Ohio puts the wrench in your hand and your future in motion.
I would recommend UNOH to anybody who wants to excel in this industry.
With industry connections, cutting-edge equipment, and programs in automotive, diesel, high performance, robotics, and more, this is education that works.
You will come to this school and you will leave 10 times what you were when you came here.
Apply now at unoh.edu.
At the limit, performance tells the truth. From the drift track to off-road to the open road, Kenda engineers its tires where failure is not an option. Vesda Performance, Cleaver all-terrain. One engineering standard, professional grade. From the podium to the pavement. Kenda, find your retailer at kendatire.com.
Get out there and have fun. Because you've got McGuire's. And we've got your back. From wash, to paint care, to maintenance and more, McGuire's has your hybrid ceramic solution for every adventure. McGuire's, reflect your passion.
The lights are on and lighting it up are the drivers and the lights in the sky. As Indianapolis Raceway Park, IRP, playing host round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. There is Matt Field leading the pack. Cody Box, he's second in qualifying and second overall in Drivers' Championship. So Jack Shanahan, Adam Milstein, Ryan Turk, Ben Hobson, and Connor Shanahan. Like we said, there's 2 other drivers that are sitting on incomplete stats. Unfortunately, Dan Burkett and Dylan Hughes. Like I said, Dylan in the spot in Connecticut. We went to the rest of the occasions. So
Yeah, all
no
looked,
Castro.
yeah, all looked good for both of them actually. Just unfortunately spinning over the line, so not considered a completed run.
You don't have control over vehicle, unchaseable.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Andy Haley. It was intended to be John Castro. He's having clutch issues. He says, "Man, I'm glad we got a score. Going to try to figure it out." He's got a whole day. You know, Pro Spec is going down tomorrow, so get his car tight and right for Saturday's game day. All right, Andy Haley pulling to the line.
So having fun out there.
Yeah. All right. Here goes Andy Haley. What's up with the porpoising of the car? Burnout. All right, comes down into that inside clip, shredding that back bumper, coming off into the S's. Good job by Andy Haley. A lot more control attitude out of the gate, but seems really smooth. And yeah, I think he's throwing a little bit more at it, dude.
Yeah, definitely throwing a lot more at it. So Andy having a bit more fun with this run. Maybe the pressure's off. First outside zone does take him a minute to get that car really lit off. I mean, it seems like he just floated all the way through the first outside zone. There was very little tire smoke, but line score wise, it worked out for him. You see a few more zones popping in there with some really, really good scores for Andy Haley. So I think this probably do him. We'll see. It'll get close. It's on 7. That's going to come back to bite him a bit, but I'm trying to make a bit of a prediction to see if he's able to increase that score over his previous one. But yeah, car definitely very bouncy. Might have to work on some of the shock settings in there. Make that chill out just a little bit, but I think they just kind of changed some things up. And
67.33 does better it. So, oh no, he doesn't. My bad.
It's all good.
68.46. Sorry.
Left to right, I know.
My eyes were glitching.
It's been a day. It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. It's only day 1.
You're like, thank you for acknowledging that.
It has been a long day. All right, but right now, D-Mads, Eric Madison, thank you for pointing out, boys. All right, so 61.76 was his first score as Madison, Depot, S chassis. Then you get a flexible bumper there. Just looks like he's got a smirk when he comes in. Watch this come off the bank. And, oh, it's getting treacherous right there. If that bumper grabs, it's going to shoot his car so awkwardly. But now coming through into the second to last zone. Ooh, nice job there by D-Mads. Comes out. It seems driving a little more angrily this time.
Yeah. Which is weird. Once again, another driver you don't see angry very often.
No.
Maybe when the visor goes down, they become other humans.
It's a bit of a human golden retriever.
Yes, yeah, very golden retriever-ish. First outside zone looks solid there for D-Mads. I'm sure he's going to be happy about that. It's coming on and off throttle a fair bit. I mean, you'll see it in a lot of V8 cars where they're coming on and off throttle, but to me, it should be as much throttle as you can possibly put down all the way through. The lugging back and forth is not always the best look. I mean, if you look at how RTR is able to utilize full throttle through the vast majority of it, even with Audi, so many of these drivers with V8s can set the car up in a way where you can be on throttle pretty much the entire time, and you're just steering the wheel and playing a little bit with the brakes. But D-Mads not quite at that spot yet with the car. Same thing, it tells me it's making a fair bit of grip.
So he does better by 0.04.
Hey, every point counts.
61.8 sits in the 25th position. As people from all across the country and the world are watching, including Jay Bay in Troy, New York, 1945 Speed and Custom. Doing some laundry and hanging out, but it's double thumbs up. Sopa sends him out. Cody Buchanan, ball, baby, the reboot Nissan Z. That's a fun with him up at Brainerd Raceway in Minnesota, his hometown. As look at this, Cody brings it into that inside clip. Reboot wide open into that outside zone. Wanted to get back out there. See the Wally there on the riding shotgun up in that outside zone. Good fluidity coming to that last zone and comes unwound. Look at that tank slapper you see, even his bobblehead inside. Yeah, just bam. Okay,
yeah,
so.
Car's lively. Car's definitely lively. It happened again where he hit the left foot brake and it seemed like it started to straighten the car out again, which is kind of interesting. would love to get a bit more insight on what might be happening there. I just didn't expect that to happen. I've seen it, like I said, twice with him now. But outside of that, I mean, it seems the car's a lot looser, a little bit easier to drive for him. Just kind of enjoying that run. A little more chill.
Yeah.
Let's go out, lay down a bit of a heater, throw down some smoke, and as we see the line scores popping up there, zone 1, 8.1.
Just more confident.
Yeah.
You know, putting one in the books and then trying to just better it.
Well, any track where we don't have a lot of time, it's a new track, and we've got this many zones, it is going to take a while for everyone to come into their own.
Just a half a point higher, 75.76. Look at that style, 10.66.
We're nothing but consistent, that's for sure.
Wow. What do you mean we?
I mean, just the scoring, the drivers, all of us.
You keep saying the we.
I'm not
It's
consistent.
I get
I'm unpredictable.
71.16 for Daniel Stuckey, currently sitting in 19th. Let's see what the Stuck is loose.
The Stuck is loose.
Let's see what Stuckey's got for us. Stuckey gonna be Stokey. See if you get pokey the back end of that vehicle up on that wall. Kenda tires, S chassis. See, this is again another confidence booster, like you said. Very confident to Cody. Just has one in the books. Get a little more track time here, right to the edge of the course. Ooh, there it goes, exceeds it, explodes that back bumper. Now, coming in the second to last. Ooh, jeez, bumper's hanging on there. Like a whip. Oh, that was, my gosh. Yeah, dude. Knock himself silly.
Finding all the track
you
now.
Silly goose.
Yeah, maybe the drivers have loosened things up quite a lot. There is a point too where a track can get. I don't think we're there, but a track can get fairly cold, where it will loosen up even more. So, kind of goes to this point where the track is really sticky, and then it gets too cold and it kind of glosses over. But I don't think we're there. It just feels like the drivers have taken a little bit out of it. We saw it in Pro Spec, a few drivers having to do that. Even notes being shared and passed around in the community Discord of the drivers and FD as a whole, where drivers saying, hey guys, just loosen the car up, and this becomes a lot easier.
Yep.
So maybe taking some notes on that one as we once again take a look at our racer replay from Race Data Labs and cute robotic friend on top of the cars, Mr. Wally. I like Mr. Wally.
Mr. Wally, give
seems
him
like
respect.
a Mr.
Respect.
Yeah.
Dr. Wally?
Sir Wally?
Sir Wally?
I feel like that'd be like Sir Wallington. The Sir Wally seems strange.
Yeah, I don't know if he's been knighted.
Yeah, and I don't think he's been around long enough to be a doctor.
No.
Lord Wally maybe could pop my answer.
Lord Wally.
Lord Wally.
Lord Wally.
He's purchased
71.16. The run one was the better of the two. All right, we got Raid in there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It was rated, dude.
You know, I got it. Yeah.
And then just blowing kisses, finish him.
Yeah. I was trying to think if any of the Mortal Kombat fighters blew kisses.
No. Sonya, there we go. Okay,
Sonya
here we go.
Blade, good call,
All right,
Reese.
blowing kisses, some smooches, burning rubber, doing all by himself in that Blown X Fleshlight Pro Penthouse BMW. Trenton Beecham. Yes, sir, comes through. And now into the second to last zone. Get on up there. Come on, stretch. Oh, man. He really came up short.
Yeah. It's weird, too, because Trenton coming off the bank did a much better job than the previous drivers of extending out past two. That's where the other drivers were struggling a lot, and they beeline it. So keep an eye here. So Beecham gets the car lit off really early. Doesn't quite make it all the way up to the wall through one. But you can see how he gets on throttle, and that arc allows him to actually set it up to go into three. When the drivers don't kind of blow past that inside zone and don't carry the speed past there, they're on a very straight line trajectory. But yeah, Beecham just struggling in sixth. I don't know why. Everything else seemed pretty good. You know, they're obviously not getting all the way out to all these zones. We can tell by the line scores here, but yeah, just a strange one as to why he can't get the car to come out there. Maybe just too much wheel speed. I'm not sure. Sure, Chelsea Denelko will correct me.
And here we go. 65.96, the second run. So the first one, the better of the two. All right, Wataru Masayama, we talked about the car seemed to be gripping up quite a bit. Didn't seem like the very fluid Masayama, so we'll see if the Jerry Yang camp got the parameters set up just right for Masayama. And leaving the start line. Here we go. Juku Racing, BC Racing, drift. Now, there's Masayama going to the outside zone. Like I said, grips up and trips up past the inside clip. Now comes to the outside zone through the S's. There's a signature tie, I swear that it's just like on cue. Enter fire. Enter Sandman as well. All right, through that final outside touch and go. Yeah, they got to stay on it to extinguish the fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
just stay in it.
It's like in the user manual whenever you get a Jerry Yang car, you're like, hey, the tires are going to light on fire at some point. This is the best way to extinguish them. I think he points the exhaust at the tire, and that's why it's like superheating it. But I mean, it looks cool. I don't know if it's helping much with anything else, but hey, the photos are phenomenal. Walk through, definitely a lot easier to drive in this one. A lot more fun, a lot more angle. Not fighting the car nearly as much. That first run was just a knife fight with the vehicle the whole time. He's wrestling it. But this seems to be more towards the style we're used to with Masayama, where the car is very floaty. He's got a ton of smoke. He's just enjoying it. So happy to see a big change, and I expect the score to update with that as we wait for those to click in. So, yep.
Tonight, look at that.
There we go.
Monday, 76.30.
Hey.
76 point. All right, so.
It's a big moon.
New moon on Monday. New moon on Thursday.
All
right.
Bad moon rising.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of
Howl
moon
at the Moon.
songs. Yeah, there it is. A Bark at the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what Gucci Moon's got for us. All right, Kenshiro Gucci throwing it down, Sailor Moon. And a Greddy Toyota GR86. Let's see Goosh. The Goosh is loose. Now coming to the outside zone, does exceed just a little bit. Good transition though. Again, the all-white Widow here coming into that second to last zone. Man, the plume of smoke. Like I said, it's gonna be treacherous on Saturday night. All that smoke. It's gonna get hairy.
Yeah, I think it's just you're gonna have really good placement of the chase car when it comes to the tandem. You're gonna get smoked out so quickly in the latter half of this run. I don't want to keep saying interesting, but I'm curious, and I really want to see how this ends up playing out when it comes to tandem, because we saw it in practice. But yeah, Gucci, this run looks really good. Like now that we're rewatching it again, he's hitting the zones quite well. I expect, yeah, there it is. Like, look at these scores: 8, 3, 9, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 6. So super consistent all the way through. Angle not incredibly high, 31.5 out of 40. Line 34.1 out of 40. See how the judges feel about it. There wasn't a lot of corrections, and I could see a score being pretty decent. So this is going to be a nice little score for him.
Yes, sir. 77.60 slides him up to 10th, so considerable jump up there. So
yeah, line especially.
So good placement, that execution there. All right, Adam LZ, we talked about it, and he really rose to the occasion. Currently sits 7th after 80.1 on his first run. I think he's even going to try to level up more. Just knowing Adam LZ, he does not hold back. Even if he's locked in, this is also test and tune as well. Wow, look at the angle there. Pass it inside clip transition. Yes, look at that transition. That's the snappiest we've seen going to the outside zone, right on course's edge. Oh dude, he was trying to go for the highlight reel.
The judges are mad.
The judges were pissed. Yeah. That was so sick. That was so good. And guess what, Adam? We'll let you use that video on your YouTube there, because I love when he shows that. I know he's gonna be like, I tried to go for it, guys. And
yeah.
I hope he changed shoes. Remember the big thing was the shoes were too slick.
Yeah. Slipping off pedals. This was already leading to be one of the stylish runs we've got here. Judges might have actually had to reach deep in their pocket and score something over a 15. So would have been a big day for them, but unfortunately, Adam just outstyling himself is really what that came down to. So yeah, there it is. I was gonna say Blue Moon of Kentucky.
All right, everybody. Well, your current leaders in qualifying here, brought to you by K&N official air filter of Formula Drift. Matt Field still leading the pack. The other gentleman that got on that tussle, Odie, Forsberg, James Dean, TLO. And Jack Shannon, LZ, Turk, Hobson, and Gucci. Just a few more drivers left. When we come back, we'll put a bow on it here at round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Thanks for joining us here at Indianapolis Raceway Park, IRPFD. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Drifting is not just a sport, it's culture, it's in our blood.
Here we go, Andy Haley. Oh, he is riding that tire right on that white line.
Tires are what we live and breathe in Formula D. We couldn't do this without them.
You need parts? O'Reilly has auto parts. Need it fast? We got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
All right, well, look at this beautiful full moon tonight, howling at the moon. Oh, man, look at that. Dude,
What is happening?
Bro.
That's where the budget went on that lens right there.
Midwest
mayhem. This should be a Halloween event. Yeah. Dogs again.
Like thriller. All of a sudden, they start transforming.
I mean, the wolf, yeah.
Neanderthal, dude.
Neanderthal,
Beer wolf.
Yeah. Beer wolf. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Look at the craters.
Yep.
Apparently, we're getting a new one.
A new moon?
crater. No, a new crater.
Oh.
I believe a rocket has gone and is on its way to hit it.
Moon on Monday.
Is it? Yeah.
August 5th, there's new craters?
We get a new crater. Yeah.
Are they building a crater?
No, they're just hitting the moon with a rocket.
For real?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Rad Dan needs a score. This is a must.
Our director
score.
getting us back on
Sorry,
track.
Yeah, thank you. Our director would be like, okay, enough crater talk, dude. Wrap it up.
Sorry, Cap.
Yeah, we're going
like,
off on, I feel like, was it Tyson DeGrassi?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse. Yeah, thank you.
That
guy.
You got so close.
Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael. I thought
so
that's what we're talking about. Bebop or Rocksteady. I don't know which one we're talking about. But right now we're talking about Rad Dan Burkett. He does need to put a score on the board. He is currently sitting on an incomplete. So he needs a score, both him and Dylan Hughes, who we'll see later on. So, and he was just one rotation away from having a score, but did not have control of his vehicle as he crossed the finish line, and the judges deemed that an unchaseable lead run, essentially, even though it's not, but you have to adhere to that, so setting precedence. No. What? No. A lot of pressure, but you know what? Pressure creates diamonds, baby.
Yeah.
So let's see. Shine bright like a diamond as Rad Dan Burkett in the Mark IV Rad Industry Supra leaves the start line through the chicane. All right, we'll see if this young man becomes a werewolf. Again, ripping, very comparable to what he had. More angle past that inside clip. He is sketching us out right now. Sweaty palms, mom spaghetti. Here we go. Now into these, zero chill right now. Rad Dan continue to be rad.
Oh my gosh.
Airing out and maxing out the angle, and it looks like he will get a score. Bro, that was on the razor's edge, man. He just was maxing out the angle, and that could be a really good score. We were like waiting with bated breath.
Oh,
wow.
Man. Yeah, I think I lost a few months off my life with that one. Definitely stressed for Rad Dan. So take a look at this racer replay. Take a look at those zones up top. Once again, those are the points that he is getting out of those zones. You can see the max that he could get. So 10 on the first one, 5 throughout the rest of them. So Rad Dan, he's getting around the track for sure. This is where it got a little hairy. Good transition, though. I mean, when we get to that view, it looks a little bit better, a little more fun. Decent job on the angle there. Some stylishness, but yeah, Rad Dan just decided to increase all of our blood pressure collectively, and happy to see him in the show. Couldn't imagine Saturday without that man in our presence. So good job getting it across. Nice little pop and bang at the very end. Fun little exclamation point to wrap up that run. He will get a score.
Yes, he does. 71.10. You hear that? A collective sigh for Rad Dan and his camp. He does have a score, and he's in the show on Saturday. All right, Ben Hobson, he definitely has a score. He put down a great first run. But, of course, this is just more turning, testing, and tuning for Ben Hobson. Ben Hobson, the Pennzoil RTR is ready to rock. I know the boss man watching at home right now. Pick one of these stats. Real live 50. Ooh, kind of shoots down. And, again, just completely just standing on the throttle. Navigating up. Let's see how he handles the bank. He was aggressive on that first run. Gets back up there, sticks it to the wall, and powers through the finish line.
Yeah, looked really good outside of catching the bank and catching a bit too much of the wall. So Ben trying to get a little styly boy on us. Initiation looks good, but yeah, just making that contact, and it's going to disrupt the car pretty heavy. I think he lifted off just a little bit there through the first part, but 8-1's not too bad. I'm sure that will affect his style score, though, having a bit of a knock there. Through the rest of it, though, Ben is full throttle, full commitment. A little bit of left foot brake from time to time just to settle that bucket Bronco around, but take a look at the score. Is not too bad. Good job on the angle, 44 degrees on average. So that will give him a 30 out of 40 on that side of the score. We'll see how everything totals up.
79.56 on his first run, so he does not better it.
That's going to stay.
And that will stay. That's all right. Still a good score. All right, Matt Field, he's leading the pack right now. #1 qualifier in our K&N qualifying. And the Borla performance. Again, those guys, I mean, again, hats off to the Drift Cave team. Both him and LZ, not the only accident, but I would say.
No, the big one.
The big one. That was a big incident early on in practice, and it called, that's hence why we called an audible and turned that second outside zone into an inside clip, keeping them away from future disaster.
Preventative maintenance.
Preventative maintenance, absolutely. All right, so smoke lingering right now, like the Cranberries, or Royal Otis's version. My son likes the Royal Otis version.
Really?
All right, yeah, there we go. All right, you have to let it linger. No, you don't. Here we go. Matt Field throws it right into the wall. Yeah, it might be #1, but why not just back it up? Yes, sir. Goes past the inside clip. Great degree of angle. Look at just the lock. Just the degree of angle, and you can see those white wheels just standing out, really highlighting just how set it and forget it. Yes, sir. Matt Field goes to the outside zone. Yo, he's got something to prove right now.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It feels similar to what Forsberg did, where it's like, I might give up a couple of spots here on line, but I'm going to make sure I'm cranking at the angle, having fun with the run, lots of style. Just tapping a little bit of the wall, fighting to try and get the back end to come back around. It is going to mean that zone 2 is not going to go great for him. Look at that, zone 3, perfect 5 out of 5. But I feel like the angle score is going to be a bit of an improvement for him, because he is just hanging that car out at every single point. Really loved 6 and 7, 4.8, 4.9 respectively for those two. And here you go. That is what our little robotic friend is seeing on top, our trusted telemetry, giving you an idea of exactly where the wheels are placed within a millimeter, 16 of an inch in freedom units or so. But yeah, an incredibly accurate system to give us an idea of exactly where they are on track.
And the first score will prove to be the better, so 83.5, but still sits in that #1 position, 79.23. Still really good. So Cole Richards, he had a great first run, very exciting, and I'm looking for him to elevate. 76.16, currently sits in 14th.
A lot of cars in that spot.
Yeah. All right, Cole Richards initiates into that outside zone. And you can just see how settled the car is. Perfect line and approach on that inside clip. I like that. That was so fluid. That was just absolutely rock solid. Outside zone. Flowing into the bank. Back up the hill. Drops in. And brings it home. Nice job by Cole Richards. I really like that line.
Yeah.
It's just that fluid, perfect line going to that inside clip.
Yeah, a lot of drivers are trying to figure out the best way to navigate from the end of one and really when to come off throttle, and I feel like Cole's got it dialed. He stays on it for a fair bit, just dips a tire onto the track inside edge. But it does set him up quite well for 2 and 3, and the scores are going to reflect that as well, as Cole racking in point after point through each of these zones. Feels really good. I don't think it's going to be new leader. A few spots in here, like you really want to see 4.5 or above in pretty much every zone, and an 8 or a 9 in zone 1.
But he does better his first run, so 80.86.
Yeah, good job on style too.
Yeah, 14.6. That is way up there. So slides into #6 position. Just imagine if he build those lines just a little bit better.
And here we go, our
Chris the
Angle
Force
King.
Forsberg, yes sir. Yeah, so 48, would you say 48 degree? 49 is all of it.
49 is you're going to get
ideal.
a perfect score. You're going to get 40 out of 40 points.
Yeah.
So
currently sitting 3rd. He's a 3-time FD champ. And again, the top, I believe, 5 at least now.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with Dylan.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe top 5 will have a bye run, and Chris was just outside in Connecticut where he almost had a bye run. So definitely wants to lock in one of those. We'll finish right now. He would, because it currently sits in 3rd. Destin Industries Z here, big angle there from Forsberg. Overshoots that inside clip a bit. Good fluidity. Does not tick that box, but definitely got to the outside zone. Knocking those cones out of the way. Just punts them. Goes around second to last, excuse me. The bank. Loving that turn, that angle. It's a great view as a fan as well.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. Super cool spot.
Don't know if that's going to better his first run.
I don't think so. It's not sure if it was just a different approach here, but he doesn't quite get the car all the way out to angle on the first outside zone. Just doesn't get the proximity to the wall that he's looking for, and it does. Because he's taking a straighter line approach through 1, he's going to pick up a lot more speed, and it does cause him to glow by through zone 2. So it feels like in a few spots in here for Chris, it's just because if you don't get the flow in this track, it's very apparent. If you find the correct line, if you can make it feel flowy, it does work. If you lose that at any point, the run gets kind of abrupt in some spots where you're picking up speed, you're decelling back and forth. So you can't see this bettering it, and it doesn't.
No, 82.5 through is the run 1, and now 74.76. So run 1 will keep him in 3rd currently. Now Ryan Turk, again the Toyota GR Corolla. Ryan Turk, again announcing he is removing himself for an entire Formula Drift season. Will no longer compete in an entire season. Again, it's not goodbye. It's Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla. Rockstar energy drink driver. Hot hatch. Gets into that first big bank. Now past the inside clip. And outside zone. What do you think here? I mean, it seems like he's doing the right things. It doesn't have the dynamicism that he had on run 1.
Yeah.
But I think, this is just more of an opportunity to see different setups maybe see what's going on. These are going to be pretty comparable conditions to what we see Saturday night if you advance that far, obviously.
He's playing with the throttle a lot. You see it on the run up. Just when he's on and off throttle, you can hear it. It takes him a minute, and and he's kind of working it back and forth. Not getting settled on initiation is a big part of it, and it just means that those first couple of zones are not going to do well, and you saw that quickly there with the line score. But yeah, he's on and off throttle quite a lot. It's not going to do well for basically anything, unfortunately, because the car is going to be constantly in and out of grip. So you're not going to be able to throw a bunch of angle. The judges aren't going to like it for style, and you're not going to be able to fulfill a lot of zones. So not sure what the difference was here for Turk. As you said, maybe just trying something different, feeling at the track, or them just working on a different setup. So don't expect that to be any bit of an improvement. As we take a look at his Rockstar Energy Drink teammates, that of Mr. Frederick Osbo.
All right, the 3-time champ pulling up to the line, and we talked about how, you know, maybe they'll kind of swap roles here, because we said Freddie's was kind of not Freddie-esque on that first run.
Yeah, Freddie's actually looked very similar to what we just saw with Ryan's, so maybe we'll try something a little bit different.
All right, Ryan Turk, 73.10. First run, 79.8 is the better of the two.
Yeah, big chunk difference.
All right, Frederick Osbo on the line, the Rockstar Energy Drink driver, 3-time champ in the Toyota GR Supra. 74.33, currently sits 19th. We know he's got definitely a better run in him. Let's see what his settings are, see what his mindset is as well. Frederick Osbo definitely more aggressive on that initiation. Gets to angle, right to angle there, throws more angle at it, dials it in. He says, shut your mouth, Jared, I'll show you what's up. And now comes through the S's into the outside. Oh, comes up a little bit short there. And then as far as the flow, feel the flow into the last outside zone, big angle there. He does hold on to it. He almost came unwound, or actually looped it, but all right, so started out good, but then started to taper off, unfortunately.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember a time where I've seen Osbo kind of struggle this much. Just never came to terms with the track and drove in a way that he would normally drive. So say that, take a look at these couple of zones here, but I don't expect, zone 3, zone 4. Yeah, it's just, maybe I'm gonna eat my words here, but.
No, but it seemed like he was playing the zone game.
Yeah.
Because an angle is definitely high. So yeah.
We'll see, but I mean, line, you're 29.9, you're barely sub 30 on it. I don't know, it doesn't feel right. Something in my gut says something ain't right here.
There's the man back there.
Yeah.
Something's going on. The 74.06. So the first run just slightly better than the second run.
Yeah.
I don't know why that came to my mind.
I don't know either,
There's
man.
somebody back there.
That man is not real. Yeah.
All right, this is a must
for
Dylan Hughes, the Royal Purple BMW. Come on, man, you got it. Don't loop it past the finish line. Do exactly what you need to do. Like you said earlier, if you back up just a little bit, that's where the simple little mistakes are made. Dylan, we know what you're capable of. You were #1 qualifier in Connecticut. Let's get back up to the top of the box, baby. There goes Dylan Hughes, fills that outside zone properly, massages it into that other outside zone. Let's see how it works the bank. Gonna cash a check, COD, baby. Yes, sir. Now coming into that last and final touch and go, and that's what he needed.
He's still throwing a bunch of angle there. Yeah.
But like I said, if you back off and play it safe, you're like, oh, tiptoeing, all of a sudden the ice breaks.
Yeah, I agree. It just you get a little bit complacent, that's all, and you're like, it's not that big of a deal. Just go out, run it, qualified, throw the points in the bar, be done with it, and you're like, oh, that didn't go as planned. So, Dylan, look at
Perfect on that.
Perfect zone two. Not many of those floating around, this weekend at all.
Ooh,
Zone 4.
4.
All right.
Bang. Like I said, take it to the bank. And, 3, come on. Dang.
It's a really solid run.
35. Okay.
There's some style in this too.
The good thing is he has a score, and it's a good one at that. But he was currently sitting on incomplete because he looped it across the finish line.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably going to play some upper mid-pack.
Yep. 78.96, jumps up to 11th, not one of the buy run positions, but he does sit properly and he is in the show. Congratulations, Dylan Hughes.
Yeah, not too bad at all. I do think this first run was better outside of the loop around. I don't know if Will can pull that data. He's very busy right now, but it'd be interesting to know if it was better.
Dialing in now, we got Connor Shanahan on the line, winner at round 1 on the streets of Long Beach, where it all begins, where it all culminates. Round 8, the Shoreline Showdown, just across the parking lot a little bit is where we're going to be at for the Shoreline Showdown. Tickets on sale now, October. What's the date exactly?
And a night event too.
I know.
And we're all night events here on out.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah.
Seattle is now
October
a
23rd, 24th. Here we go. Wait, Seattle's night?
Yeah.
This is news to me.
Yeah,
What?
it was to me too.
Oh, right, whatever. Connor Shanahan right now driving this Red Bull and Juku Racing, Jerry Yang Racing 86. Now coming into those outside zones. I'm just shocked by the night event. Okay. Sleepless in Seattle. That's what we're going to do. Shanahan. Oh, there's a tire fire right on point, right on brand, and right on time. The train's always on time. Shanahan ripping through the finish line.
Yeah, you could hear that pop off.
Jerry Yang Flame.
Jerry Yang Flame. I like it. Connor again, just doing what he does best, man. He's so adaptable. He's so fluid. Unfortunately, struggling a little bit through that first outside zone. Might have to re-aim that one headlight. Looks like he's searching for quarters. It's just a little spotlight. But the rest of these zones, is really riding the edge of the track. Great line, up to 6. Using all of it. I'm sure that is going to be a really fun run to be able to chase, because outside of the first zone, he didn't get situated at the time. And the thing too is, you have to remember, we're using so little of that bank. Like, if you think about Seattle, if you make a small mistake in Seattle, you have a week to get that thing figured out before we get to the end of it. Here, the bank is so short. It's a very small,
but it's not as steep either.
No, it's not. It's closer to a flat track, so it's tough. I think sometimes having a steep bank can make it easier in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's.
All right, let's go see you drive and see which one you like.
I've driven the bank at OSW.
Relax.
Not
dog.
well.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Wall, Irwindale, or
Yeah.
Seattle. 79.33. 79.93, and he's in 9th place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tongue twister there. Got that through our headphones.
Yep.
There he is.
All right. Big bro, Jack Shanahan, the Pulsar Turbo Systems BMW. All right, coming through the start chicane. And here comes Jack the Ripper. All right, coming down. Let's see how he handles the inside clip. Blast past it. Good fluidity. Brings it right back into that outside zone. Flying, absolutely expediting the track. Getting through like he's going to be late for dinner. Man.
Never.
Oh, yes, sir. I like that. That was really good.
Yeah.
And he's going home.
Yeah.
There he is. He's out.
He knows there's chicken strips in the pits. He's like, I'm getting back before they cool off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack, a stylish run, very smooth. You can hear it with the rev limiter that he's hitting all the way through this run. Really, really unique sound out of that engine package. Not opting to swap over to his more accustomed 2J. All these zones look really good from Jack. Maybe gets into it a bit later, but similar to Connor, great work getting up into 6, all the way through 7. Very smooth. Yeah, really like this. I did notice a very large wobble in his lead wheel at the very end of this one. You can take a look at it. They might have to figure out what all is going there. But man, big style, very smooth. Little bit of a handbrake just to settle the car through the transitions. You can see it here. Look at that front wheel. That's really wobbly. You might want to check that, boys. But other than that, yeah, great run. Really fun.
And we have 3 drivers left, and that will include qualifying. 3 drivers left. Jack with an 84.6.
There it is.
#1 spot. Jack Shanahan. Look at that. 33, 38, 13.33. Shanahan takes the top spot away from Matt Field.
Had a feeling.
Yeah. K&N qualifying. 3 drivers left. Brandon Sorensen, the Sorensen Motorsports BMW, waiting on the line for his qualifying run, his second run, and a 76.5.
Is he on his phone?
Yeah, he could.
He's on his phone. You texting me? Are you giving me a prediction of your score?
Mm-hmm. All right, dude. Just say less, dude.
Yeah.
Slide into those DMs. He's like, yo, Jack, I'm going to take that from you.
He might have actually, yeah.
All right, so he's currently 14, 76.5. He's capable of it. He kind of overkicked some of those outside zones on the first run, if you recall. So I think, I think if he refines it just a slight bit better, he could definitely get it. So he is definitely paying attention here. Ooh, comes up a bit short there on the outside zone, but let's see that overhead view. Look at that, the eyes on the prize, the race face going up the bank into those outside zones. Nice job by Sorensen. So he did dial it back a little bit, which I think is a more calculated run for him.
Yeah, it feels like the drivers that have opted for a very smooth setup in the car, something that's predictable, not a lot of bite in it, not going for a bunch of speed, have just really worked out here.
Yep.
You might sacrifice a little bit of that on the first outside zone with a car that's not as gripped up, but outside of that, I think it just works better. So smooth up there, a little bit of left foot brake, really playing with it, but looks good. Good rotation through 2. Maybe would have liked to see him push a little bit wider to make that transition to 3 easier on himself, but the rest of these zones are looking good. This feels very similar to Jack's run again. A few spots where maybe it wasn't as good. I do think this is going to be a solid score, though, from Brandon. Like, the non-dramatic runs are the ones that seem to be doing the best. We get eyes on James Dean. Did get a message here from Amy that Odie is skipping his second run, just to keep an eye on a mechanical issue.
Okay, so, all right, Brandon Sorensen does better, 81.60. That is an improvement. He slides up to 7th now, so a considerable jump up there for Brandon Sorensen. Our final qualifying driver, like you said, Odie Bakshi's, the Bakshi's camp saying, hey, we're good, we got a score, we're in the books. Make sure the equipment's all good. But like I said, again, I think right now, so top 5, right? Would get buy runs.
I believe that is the case as of right now. Yeah.
Okay, so because it was 29 drivers.
29, but Jeff Jones double.
Oh yeah, 28.
Yeah.
So 4.
Yeah, 4. Sorry.
Top 4 drivers.
Yeah, Dylan Hughes got his run on the board. So.
All right.
There you go.
Again, I think.
And those are your 4 quadrants as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Top 4. So yeah. Yeah, because again, there was potential Dan Burkett or Dylan Hughes not getting scores, but they did get scores on their second run. So here we go. James Machine Dean, your 5-time and defending Formula Drift champion and current points leader, defending for a 6th championship. Oh man, this is where he rises to the occasion, living up to the name, just locked in like T2. The machine just running after you with one eye shot out. That right-hand drive RTR Mustang. Hunting you down, dragging bumper, bouncing back, and ripping across. And he's going after those. He's going to fight Jack Shanahan for the chicken tendies in the pits as well.
Yeah, if there's anybody he's going to be competitive with, Jack Shanahan is very close to the top of the list, if not the top. So, yeah, I know there's going to be a little bit of a back and forth here between the 2 Irish drivers. James's first outside zone is shockingly good. I really want to see the line scores here because that was actually incredible. The more I see this, I think Jack's got to be a bit worried with this run from James. It'll probably come down to some of the style, but the angle feels very similar. The zones feel very similar. And the more I watch it, the more impressed I am right now. So James Dean currently 5th overall in qualifying, potentially outside of that bye run. So if he wants, I don't want to get into championship implications, but that road really starts right now.
You just did.
It does. We're in the latter half of the season.
No, I know what you're saying.
It starts now.
I know what you're saying. So here we go. It's a full moon. Who's going to be a werewolf? Who is coming out for it right now? Is the machine turning into the vampire? 4th spot, 82.53. So just that small little inkling. So we will see unofficially. Let's see who lands. Let's see who lands where. But again, Jack Shanahan, our #1 qualifier. Great
so well deserved.
Yeah,
so well deserved.
Yeah, just he had it all. He had it all. He ticked the boxes. had the style. He went through it quickly and confidently, filled all the zones.
It was fluid. It was smooth. It was clean. Like, it's everything you want. When you think about a chaseable run, you know, when a driver's like, oh man, it was great to chase that run, that's exactly it. Nice wide lines everywhere. So, you know, Jack, you got to be super proud of your performance here, because that was a phenomenal drive.
Well, we know he's capable of winning an event, you know, so
but yeah, let's hopefully we'll take a look here in a moment as to how qualifying all stacks up, and potentially, you know, how things start to stack up in top 32 as well, and we can see how these battles end up playing out. It's always my favorite part, is when we get that first look at how this could all go. So this is what that bracket looks like, and we can start to take a look at some fun pairings already.
all right, so again, Shanahan, you can see finished number 1, Matt Field second, Odie Bakshi sits in third, and then there in fourth, James Dean. So, but Jeff Jones did not fill that spot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, some big championship implications, that bottom left, 5 through 8. So
shaking things up quite a bit. So, all right, so that is how the top 32 brackets are shaping up. Congratulations to Jack Shanahan, our number 1 qualifier. Field had it for a while, but then Jack Shanahan with just 4 drivers left. So there they are: Shanahan, Field, Odie, James Dean, and Chris Forsberg. That is where our K&N qualifying results standeth. And yeah, some great driving.
Yeah, super great driving tonight, especially given the lack of notes, the change in course, and just everything against them. You know, fantastic work for everybody who's made it into qualifying. It's been an already interesting weekend. Seems to be my word of the day, and it's only going to get better from here.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jacob. And I know you have tomorrow off, but you get to cruise around and check things out at Pro Spec. But thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. I get to be a fan tomorrow. That's my favorite part.
All right. Well, also, again, thank you to our judges. Thank you to our staff. And, of course, thank you to the drivers, the teams, the crew, and the sponsors. That is a wrap on round 5, K&N qualifying. Congratulations to the Irish driver, Jack Shannon. He was on the box with Stafford. Can he better it and get the overall win? We'll see. But tomorrow, it is round 3 of the Link Engine Management Pro Spec Championship. We'll be live 2 o'clock local time, 2 to 5 for top 32. And then we'll continue on to find out who eventually wins round 3 and has the points lead with only 1 round left in Las Vegas. Thank you to Kemp and the Transition Productions crew and everybody else. Let's go get some deep fried butter. Am I right, Butterball Gens?
Let's do it.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Send it. We'll see you online, or we'll see you another time.